will be Hassan Raza. And so Peshawar Zalmi have to bat first, having lost the toss. Perfect conditions, it's a hot day. It's a very, very good pitch. And they, of course, start the day as the top of the table team. Imad Wazim, of course, he is thinking and hoping that the record will stay intact. The side bowling first wins the game. But one day that will change. Tom Cadmore is into the opening spot today. Been in good form, been in the runs, and looks a very fine player, I have to say. Equally so, his opening partner, Kamran Akmal, again looks in good touch. Now, this man the other night did his best to try and get his team across the line to victory. It was a contest between Mohammad Amir and Shaheen Shah Afridi, which I have to say, Shaheen Shah Afridi just won on the day, but there was some electrifying fast bowling going on from the left-armers. So maybe he can repeat some of that again today and get his team off to a good start. Opening up at the pavilion end. So Danny Morrison, Ramiz Raja are alongside on this glorious day in Karachi. 31 degrees as we speak. And before we get into the game and get into the commentary and get stuck into this day, time for that Gillette countdown. Let's play. Ooh, good start, I'm here.
Afternoon, gents. Yeah, I was out there for the coin toss and the pitch as well. It's been busy and it's been hot. Now, the graphic said 31C. I reckon it's in the mid-30s. It is very warm here today, Rambo.
Yeah, that's 31, probably in the shade. And you weren't wearing your hat as well, Danny.
Yeah, but Danny has an inbuilt thermometer.
Helmet.
Full and swinging gently, but it's the first runs of the day. Sweetly struck through extra cover for the first boundary.
Desperate to find some form. And it's an excellent beginning by Kamran Akmal. He's been a prolific scorer for Zalmi. Everything nice about that drive. Didn't try to overhit it. Wondering whether they'll employ a left-arm spinner against him, because his track record against left-arm spin with the new ball is not great.
I asked him out at the toss, come on, son, surely you're going to bowl a bit more today.
Ooh, the edge, thick outside edge. Again, the full delivery. Mohammad Amir seeing if there's anything in terms of swing today. So far, not very much.
Yeah, had a quick little hello to Mohammad Amir before the toss. And I did say, yeah, liking the way you're getting in. Your rhythm's obviously good. You're feeling confident about things. He said, yeah, loving it. And it's a pleasure to be playing in this home tournament, revving it up.
Oh, the edge flies wide of the slip, well wide of slip, well wide of third man. It's a full shot, but it's the second boundary of the over and of the day.
A lot of fours flew off the outside edge last time he was operating the, was it the 19th over in the last game, Mohammad Amir? This was thickish, away from the fielder in the deep, away from the fielder in the slips. It's a fast outfield, lightning fast in fact.
Well, an argument there, because of his angles, and he is in such red hot form, Amir, you have two slips in, back yourself.
Well, that would be a brave move, but it's an attacking move and makes the batsman just kind of think about it. The other thing you could also do, actually, given that same theory, is just keep third man a little finer. And the likelihood, because it only has to be 5 yards to his left, the way this ball is travelling across the outfield, that probably it's still 4. But you can cover the finer shots probably early on, and then as the game develops, you can move third man a bit wider. Eight without loss. Well, early signs for Mohammad Amir there that the ball is swinging just a tiny bit. Nothing much in the air for him. He's given it air, he's given it length. Just a reminder, there have been changes today. Abbas Afridi comes in for Karachi Kings, another pace bowler, another emerging player, young man. For Peshawar Zalmi also, sorry, 3 changes. Ravi Bapara back in, Ahmad Bat back in, Mohammad Irfan back in, Wahab Riaz, the captain, has a back niggle. Imam Ul Haq has been rested, as has Mujib Rahman. So changes today, as I said, changes. 3 for Zalmi, 1 for Karachi Kings, but both teams have a strong hand in pace bowling and good top orders, makes it a potentially very good contest. Mohammad Ilyas bowling the second over, full and straight.
Just a thought, maybe a debating point. Since a lot of teams have won after winning the toss, electing to bowl, and massive totals have been chased down, how about strengthening your bowling? So play with a specialist bowler. I think that thought has got to be discussed, because I think on a flat surface you need to have a specialist bowler up your sleeve rather than having the makeshift arrangement, especially in the last 5 overs of the innings. I think that could be the go-to model for teams come Lahore part of the tournament.
100%. I'm with you, Rambo, and you and I were discussing this prior to the start of this 13th match, is that therein lies that where you say sides have fought back, haven't they? And they've often won the contest because the last 5 overs, we saw that with Lahore, they won that contest and they got back in the game because they halted proceedings of the side batting first in those death overs.
You're right, they had quality in reserve right at the end. Shaheen Shah Afridi especially had a brilliant night. And what was it, 24 or something off the last few overs there, 24 off the last 4, something like that. Took the wind out of the sails. And ruined the chances of a side batting first, maybe winning a game for the first time in PSL 6. Lovely, lovely flowing drive. First bright-o, colourful drive of the day.
The timing was flawless. A little bit of width and just went through with the shot. I think that is how he has got to operate, not be circumspect. Back yourself, it's a true pitch. That's a quality shot.
Brilliant. Yeah, and to keep going with your point, Rambo, I think, again, sides love at auctions. Really good quality swing bowling all round. If you can get them and they can bowl anywhere, start at the death and be specialists with ball in hand. Hence those guys, you know, really good all-rounders that cover 2 bases.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Andrew Harris, happy birthday. Come on, get back to work. Oh, it's a birthday cake. It's the best he can do for a birthday cake. Look at that.
It's a donut. Yes, it is. Peak Freeze, you little ripper.
And a mufta.
Well, that's flicked away. That'll go straight down to the boundary for 4. No one really needs to try and cut that off. Just offline. And he pays the usual penalty.
I think probably is forced to be offline with that crushing square drive through the offside, overcompensating on the pads. Easy shot with fine leg up in the ring. Easy shot for Kamran Akmal to execute. He's off to a great start here. He's got to cash in now.
Yeah, it's been seen before, that readjustment, sometimes over readjustment like that. I mean, there has to be an argument. This is a batsman talking. There has to be an argument. Start of an innings like this, as a bowler, don't get over ambitious. In effect, just try and repeat, and unless someone really is doing something extraordinary the other end, don't give them the opportunities for that flowing drive or the tuck off the hips. Just keep it simple. Something like that. Something exactly like that. So all you can do, dob it for one, which is fine. That's acceptable. But those boundaries off the hips, those drives, you don't want them. 18 without loss after 2. Kamran Akmal dominating proceedings so far today, 17 to Tom Kohler-Cadmore's 1. Kamran, of course, has had the bulk of the strike, 95% of the strike, give or take. Quick bowling change.
Abbas Afridi, nephew of great Umar Gul.
First ball has a little bounce in it, new ball bounce. It's guided away for 1.
It's kind of a surreal experience for this emerging player. And proof to point. Stage is set for him to showcase his skills, his talent.
Well, he's replacing Waqas Mahsood. So different angle. Left armour goes, right armour comes in. Young man with a chance to prove how good he can be, maybe. Ooh, close. Maybe just angling down the leg side. It's a look of optimism, tinged with a touch of realism.
Yeah, welcome to the big time. If you like it enough, convince the captain to come upstairs, but I don't think so. Yeah, this will be a challenge, you're right, Rambo, in terms of the emerging players getting an opportunity. You mentioned there's history here with Umar Gul playing in this, and this looks to be, yeah, definitely missing. But yeah, you're going to have to be careful here. You get into that sort of area of Tom Kohler-Cadmore, look out.
Whoa. Got a feeling there that TKC was anticipating that same sort of angle, same sort of line, and set himself. Didn't hit it particularly well.
Nice, lads. Nice shot for us, lad.
Nice and full. Abbas and angled it across towards the leg side. And good thing about that appeal, even though he was passionate, he withdrew straight away, asking or telling the keeper that the ball would have gone on to miss the stump. So reining in his emotions and passion is good.
Nice try, well bowled.
Can't go wrong with that length, the Yorker length, and it's difficult to control, as you'd know, Danny. New ball, Yorker, can be difficult.
Yeah, I spoke to a lot of guys actually all around the globe in different franchise T20 cricket, but it is such a go-to delivery, even with the new ball. Talk about it used a lot in the death overs, and it is a lot easier to perform or execute with an older ball, but it's such a good one early doors. Oh,
Short and wide and straight at the man.
Oh, no, Bubba, is it? There it is, and really for a young guy, for a bust to get off the mark and style with a wicket early would have been huge, not to mention for the team cause.
He was in to stop a run, but normally you place your best fielder at that point area.
Well, it's catchable, isn't it? It's definitely catchable, just a fraction late. Whoa, that's the first of the day. First HBL 6 goes soaring over long on. 27 without loss.
Well, after this, the bowler needs TLC, not TKC.
Oh, it's a killer, isn't it, for bowlers? You see a catch dropped, your moment of possible elation gets squashed. Next ball disappears out the ground. It's a batsman's game. Well, Tom Kohler-Cadmore's shown some great form in this competition so far, and this is just right out of the meat of the bat. Look at that. A little bit low by an inch or two, but got hold of it supremely well.
Where are we, DG?
Why, have you lost your memory? What's going on?
No, we're in Fat City. Oh, it went miles. It went 90 odd metres.
Wondering why he just couldn't produce another Yorker. Last ball of the over. Abbas Afridi will have to learn the value of bowling a good last ball. The first ball and the last ball of your over, so critical to the cause.
Absolutely spot on. You want to start well, finish well, particularly in this format.
Mohammad Amir has changed ends. Never too early for a cup of Tapal tea. Available throughout this tournament.
Just on that, again, just stating the obvious, and it doesn't matter, I suppose, what form of the game it is. Test cricket, 50 overs, T20, T10, whatever. You want to start well as a bowler at the start of an over, so you're not up against it in pressure, and then finish well.
Slow, loopy bouncer.
Shows a brother umpiring today. His partner is Rashid Riaz, who's played 50 first-class matches, and that was a cracker catch before the start. The HBL ball drop. Taken by Rashid Riaz quite easily. Mohammad Amir is extremely smart, so you'll probably see a lot of slow balls from him. He assessed the pitch quite quickly.
That's a good start. Nice shot, but it didn't quite have the pace to get through that gap, but it's a good diving stop.
Little things that you want to feed off Mohammad Amir's bowling. 22 yards, what links, what lines to bowl, change of angle, slow balls, it's a rough pitch. And you've seen the seam up has gone through at pace through the field. It was aerial clean fielding, clearly, yes.
Just the one.
I think Karachi Kings have fallen into that damage control mode very early in the piece, because batsmen are going at a good rapid pace. 30-run partnership of 23, setting up the show with a good strike rate.
thinking of that quick single. Deciding against it, almost going again with the misfield. 30 without loss after 4.
Oh, with Tonofa. Could be out. What a great catch. Running, just took it nonchalantly. Abbas Afridi on debut. He gets his first one here, and it's a big scalp, gentleman.
Well, that'll inspire this Karachi Kings team in the field, because Mohamed Ilyas has taken a stunning catch here. He had to make distance and gather himself, get balance. He's in very good Jubilee safe hands, and very special out there on the boundary. Kamran Akmal walks back with 21. It's 30 for 1.
Here's the captain of the day. No Wahab Riaz, so it's Shoaib Malik in at first drop. So he's up the order because there's no Imam al-Haq as well, so he's been left out. Here's Mr. Experienced. Been around a long time, Shoaib Malik. Looking forward to how he can go. Didn't win the toss, so can a side, the first time in season 6, posting a total defender, given that's a day game. Let's see.
Yeah, unfortunate Wahab Riaz has been carrying a little back injury, and it came right in the last game with 4 for 17, but he's had to sit this one out.
Oh, what bold. Good loopy, slow Yorker. Lovely change-up of deception. Amir, afternoon.
Good afternoon, Danny, Alan. Good afternoon to all. That was a splendid catch. Kamran Akmal likes to stay on the leg stump. Every time a bowler bowls wide of the off stump, he has to reach for it. It becomes very difficult for him to present full face of the bat. Just try to reach for it, opening the face, and a good catch. Done the trick for Karachi Kings.
Yeah, it's no one understate that catch. It's a hell of a catch running around to keep your balance, and it's a very bright day with a hard new ball. And to just take it so comfortably, as if he's sort of just, well, having a cup of tea and sitting back.
It's all about anticipation, isn't it? If you're anticipating as a fielder, everything is coming to you, becomes easy.
Skipper underway. Only the third time, I've been told, that Shoaib Malik batting at number 3 in the HBL PSL history. So he's skippering today. This is a beauty, Alan Wilkins.
Yes, because he's got to judge the pace of that, the height of it. There's so many considerations into actually pulling off the catch itself. And his hands were way above his eye line, and that was the key, that he was always looking at the ball. Oh dear, that's a very big misfire, isn't it? It slipped out of the hand, I think.
to get that radar right quickly. It's, challenging times inside the power play, this young man. In terms of bowling today, getting an opportunity. He's trying the back of the hand, so fair play to him. It's very difficult to execute.
Danny, I've got to ask you, have you ever tried to bowl that in your career? Ever? Even in the nets?
No, it's mainly off cutters or a little bit of a leg cut. The back of the hand. Oh, hello. That's a bit of deception for Joe Clark. That hurried on. So from going from a slow one that was a wide, this is hurried through and bounced.
You've got a nice section, good rhythm. Really bends his back. He's getting the ball to zip through. There is no doubt about it. That comes from a cricketing family, doesn't he? Nephew of Umar Gul. Excellent server of Pakistan's cricket. In the air and taken. 2 wickets in 1 over for Afridi. What a start.
And 2 super catches here from the Kings. Shajil on this occasion. Another big scalp. Both openers gone. Yeah, a lot quicker delivery. J-Dot, fast delivery.
That's at 144 kilometers an hour. The extra pace and a good catch, tumbling catch by Shajil. And Abbas Afridi celebrates. It's a good wicket to get. Tom Kohler-Cadmore, 10, 33 for 2, Zalmi.
Two down on the power play, so it's going nicely for the Kings here. Both openers have disappeared early.
Now this fellow is just setting a pace. Look at that, strike rate is 167. It's only his 15th match. He clobbers pace, but he murders spin. He really does. Hasn't been out to a spinner yet in the PSL. And he goes after everything. I wonder if he will now with them 2 down at 33 on the board.
There's a bumper. Is it too high? Might be a little too high. Might have to reload this one.
Kohler-Cadmore looking to force the pace here, and Shajil takes the catch. He anticipates well here. And he's gone off the field now, not Kohler-Cadmore as well, but Shajil. And I think he might have just cut, yeah, he's cut his finger there. Look at that, he's just cut his right index finger.
Nice stroke for no run. So yeah, a couple of wickets, a couple of wides, and a 4. It's 34 for 2.
चौंतीस पे 2 पेशावर ज़ल्मी। और आज कराची ने टॉस जीत के वही फैसला किया जो सब करते हैं, चेज करना पसंद किया। 2 कामयाबियां हासिल हुई। एक अच्छा आगाज दिया था कामरान अकमल ने, लेकिन फिर अच्छा फाइट बैक भी है कराची का। दोनों ओपनर आउट होके वापस। थोड़ा सा बैट नहीं है, लगा इनिशियली कि शायद थोड़ा बल्ला होगा, लेकिन इलियास काफी श्योर थे। अब जो लुक है शोएब मलिक के चेहरे पे, उससे तो लग रहा है कि अपने आप को परेशानियां पा रहे हैं, लेकिन कर लिया है रिव्यू।
Third umpire to director. We have a review for LBW. Original decision is out. Front foot, please. Fair delivery. Front on spin vision, please. Appears to be no bat involved. Can confirm with ultra edge, please. Keep rolling, flat line, roll through to the pads, please. Satisfied, no bat involved, go for ball tracking, please. Original decision out. Pitching outside off, impact in line. Wickets, umpire's call. Can you go back on field, please? Shows up, stay with your original decision. You are on screen now.
तीसरी कामयाबी हासिल हो गई यहां पर। अब बहुत ही बड़ी विकेट, कप्तान पेशावर ज़ल्मी के शोएब मलिक आउट होके वापस, और 34 पे 3। इकहत्तर नॉट आउटिंग का बेस्ट स्कोर रवि बोपारा। 2 मैचेस के रेस्ट के बाद वापस आए हैं टीम में। पहले मैच में 50 किए थे। बहुत अच्छा खेलते हैं, स्पिन को भी अच्छा समझते हैं, सब कॉन्टिनेंट कंडीशंस को भी। उरूज मेरे साथ है, और अचानक पासा पलटते हुए पेशावर का आगाज अच्छा, और फिर 3 विकेट्स ने बैकफुट कर दिया।
बिल्कुल अक्रॉस द स्टंप्स गए थे, थोड़ा सा बैलेंस लूज करते हुए, जिस वजह से शायद इन्होंने बॉल भी मिस की। चूंकि ऑन फील्ड अंपायर ये आउट दे चुके थे, इवन क्लिपिंग रिव्यू कराची के हक में गया। शोएब मलिक खुद भी कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं लग रहे थे सिकंदर जब वो रिव्यू ले रहे थे, जब हम उनका चेहरा देख रहे थे।
होता कुछ यूं है कि जब ऑन फील्ड अंपायर आपको आउट देते तो बैट्समैन को पता होता है कि अब चांस बचने का बहुत कम है। अब क्लिप भी हो रहा हुआ बॉल, तो वो डिसीजन वही रहेगा। या तो आप पूरे श्योर हो कि पूरा मिस कर जाएगी बॉल, फिर आप रिव्यू पे जाएं।
मुश्किल सूरत हाल थोड़ी सी पेशावर के लिए। 34 for 3, और दोनों बैट्समैन नए हैं क्रीज पे। हैदर अली नो डाउट PSL सीजन उनका अब तक बहुत शानदार गुजरा है, काफ़ी मैच विनिंग नॉक्स वो खेल चुके हैं। जिस तरह आपने कहा, रवि बोपारा ने भी जो एक मैच पहला खेला था उसमें 50 रन किए थे, बट एक रीबिल्डिंग फेज में है इस वक्त पेशावर की टीम।
खासा फुलर लेंथ था इस बॉल पर, जैसा कि आपने बताया, लीन करे और थोड़ा सा ऑफ बैलेंस दिखे। ऐसी ही कुछ डिसमिसल कल हुई थी वॉक अक्रॉस करते हुए फाफ डु प्लेसी की, लेकिन वो बिल्कुल प्लम इन फ्रंट थी, पूरा लेग स्टंप को लग रही थी बॉल।
अच्छा ओवर यहाँ पर इलियास का, 1 विकेट ली पहली बॉल पे, कोई रन्स नहीं दिए अभी तक। इंडीड ये बहुत खुश होंगे कराची किंग्स के कोच हर्शल गिब्स।
चार्ज किया बाहर निकल के, और बाहरी किराना भी लगा क्योंकि सर्कल चल रहा है। पावर प्ले का आखिरी कुछ बॉलें बाकी हैं, तो ये एडवांटेज ले सकते हैं रवि बोपारा। सिर्फ 30 यार्ड सर्कल क्रॉस करना था।
बिल्कुल बहुत अच्छी अप्रोच यहाँ पर रवि बोपारा की, क्योंकि अक्सर बैट्समैन अपने शेल में चले जाते हैं ऐसी सिचुएशन में, बट जहाँ उनको मौका मिला चार्ज किया विकेट पे, और जिस तरह आपने कहा कि सर्कल में अंदर ही फील्डर्स हैं, अप एंड ओवर खेलने में कामयाब है। थोड़ा सा वाइड भी था आउटसाइड ऑफ स्टंप, उसका भरपूर फ़ायदा उठाया। और आई थिंक एक ये अच्छी इंटेंट है दोनों बैट्समैन की कि अंडर प्रेशर जाने के बजाय जहां आपको मौका मिले वहां आप बाउंड्रीज लें ताकि स्कोर बोर्ड जो है वो साथ चलता रहे।
इस बार पुल कर दिया। 5 रन का ये ओवर और पावर प्ले भी खत्म हो गया। 39, 3 खिलाड़ी अब। पावर प्ले खत्म होने का इशारा। आज ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो चेज और विन करने का जो सिलसिला है वो टूट सकता है। आज 2 बड़े अहम मैचेस हैं। ये तो खैर दोनों पोजीशन अच्छी हैं इनकी टीम में, लेकिन जो सेकंड मैच होगा मुल्तान और कोयटा के बीच, दोनों टेबल के नीचे हैं, वो डिसाइड करेगा कि सबसे खराब कौन है और उससे बेहतर कौन है। लेकिन कोयटा के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है जीतना। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आप अगर टूर्नामेंट को एज अ होल देख रहे हैं तो अभी इस स्टेज पर, अभी हाफ वे स्टेज नहीं हुआ है, टीमों ने 5-5 मैच नहीं खेले हैं, रहना चाहिए कंटेंशन में 6 की 6 टीमों को।
कल मैच के बाद सरफराज से बात भी हुई थी तो उन्होंने कहा था कि अब हमारे पास हारने को और कुछ नहीं है, डू और डाई सिचुएशन है। ये अब्बास आफरीदी का ओवर जो उन्होंने टॉम कोलर कैडमोर को कराया था, बहुत अच्छा सेटअप किया, बीच में एक स्लो डिलीवरी भी कराई थी पेस वेरी करते हुए, और वो सबसे ज़्यादा तेज़ डिलीवरी 144 शर्जील ने एक बासानी कैच मुकम्मल किया। इम्प्रेसिव लगे आपको अब्बास आफरीदी आज सिकंदर?
जी बिल्कुल, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ ये है कि उनको बिग स्टेज पे मौका मिला है और चैलेंज किया था उनको टॉम कोलर कैडमोर ने, बड़ा छक्का लगाया था इनकी बॉलिंग पे, कैच भी ड्रॉप हुआ, अपना फोकस लूज नहीं किया इन्होंने। थोड़ी दाद ये भी देनी पड़ेगी मात की, उन्होंने उनको अटैक से नहीं हटाया। जो वेरिएशंस आपने दिखाई इनकी पेस की डिफरेंट, ऑब्वियसली टॉप ऑर्डर बैट्समैन अच्छा महसूस करते हैं जब तेज़ बॉल आता है, मारने के लिए उनको और आसानी लगती है पेस ऑन बॉल, और उसी पर वो आउट भी हुए, सही तरह टाइम नहीं कर पाए। हाइट अच्छी है अब्बास आफरीदी की, टॉल फास्ट बॉलर है, उमर गुल के भतीजे भी हैं, लेकिन ये इनका क्रेडिट नहीं है ऑफ कोर्स।
कंधे से बोझ हटा दे, हेड एंड शोल्डर्स, क्राउड अपने आप को एंजॉय करते हुए। सिकंदर, ये भी बड़ी खुशाइन बात है कि क्राउड, हमने देखा जिस तरह से पिछले मैच में कराची लाहौर के क्राउड कराची के पीछे था, आमिर ने जिस तरह से क्राउड को फायर अप करके रखा था, बहुत मिस किया हमने पिछले साल क्राउड जो नहीं ग्राउंड्स में आ सका। आई थिंक इट्स अ गुड साइन कि अपनी टीम्स को, अपने प्लेयर्स को, जो टैलेंट ऑन डिस्प्ले उसको अप्रिशिएट कर रहे हैं।
बिल्कुल, ये तो बहुत ज़रूरी है किसी प्लेयर के लिए भी। आप पंप अप हो जाते हैं, आपकी परफॉर्मेंस थोड़ा बढ़ जाती है, आपका खून बढ़ जाता है जब आपके पीछे आपका क्राउड हो, सपोर्ट कर रहा हो। वही मज़ा होता है होम एंड अवे का भी। अभी तो सिचुएशन ऐसी है कि आप कोशिश करते हैं कम से कम ट्रैवल करना हो प्लेयर्स को, और 50% तमाशाई भी अलाउ हो गए, तो कोशिश करें कि आप जब यहाँ आएँ तो SOP से ख्याल रखें, मास्क ज़रूर पहनें, नाक के ऊपर रखें। ऐसी वाइड गेंद थी, अब प्रोटेक्शन मौजूद है, सर्कल खुल चुका है। और ये सवाल है पाक यूनिवर्सिटी का, कौन सा वो कप्तान था जिसके नीचे 2019 का HBL PSL जीता गया था? आंसर कर सकते हैं आप फेसबुक पेज पर, और जीत सकते हैं डेली टैबलेट्स, और एक प्लॉट है जो इस लीग के आखिर में दिया जाएगा किसी एक विनर को। मैं कहने ही वाला था कि थोड़ा सा महसूस होता है कि कुछ ज्यादा चीजें ट्राई कर रहे हैं बस। नो बॉल का इशारा, हमें तो खैर पहली बार देखने का मौका मिला, लेकिन अपनी स्ट्रेंथ्स को थोड़ा स्टिक करें।
फ्री हिट होगी और बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने सिकंदर, ज़्यादा चीज़ें ट्राई कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर। बैक ऑफ द हैंड स्लो डिलीवरी इन्होंने ट्राई करी, क्लियरली जगह पे लैंड नहीं कर सके। बट जब आपको मौका मिलता है इस किस्म का और जो चीज़ आपके लिए अच्छी हो रही है, आई थिंक उस पर स्टिक करना चाहिए। बहुत सारी वेरिएशंस भी अननेसेसरी ट्राई नहीं करनी चाहिए, स्पेशली यहाँ पर अंडर कंट्रोल हैं सारी चीज़ें कराची के लिए। और क्या अपॉर्चुनिटी है इस किस्म के बॉलर्स के लिए। मैंने सुबह आमिर से भी पूछा था कि वसीम अकरम जैसे लेजेंड का क्लियरली बहुत अनहैप्पी हैं इस वक्त, बट इस किस्म के लेजेंड का ड्रेसिंग रूम में होने का कितना फ़ायदा हो सकता है इन बॉलर्स को। फ्री हिट पे ज़्यादा नुकसान नहीं कर सके पेशावर। 43 for 3।
ऊपर आओ तो बॉलर पीछे जाओ, बॉलर
आज बैटिंग को थोड़ा और तगड़ा किया है पेशावर ज़ल्मी ने। पिछली बार टॉप 5 जो हैं वो बैट्समैन थे, फिर स्पेशलिस्ट बॉलर्स थे। आज अमाद भट्ट को लेके आए हैं, ऑलराउंडर को। रदरफोर्ड थोड़े और नीचे गए, गालिबन रदरफोर्ड शायद ऊपर आएंगे बैटिंग करने, लेकिन एक एक्स्ट्रा अवेलेबिलिटी। इमाद वसीम जो नया गेंद करते हैं वो अब आए हैं बॉल करने के लिए, 9वां ओवर करेंगे। पिछले मैच में इन्होंने गेंद नहीं कराई थी, 4 ओवर इन्होंने करवाए थे अफगान स्पेशलिस्ट मोहम्मद नबी से।
इमाद के लिए थोड़ी सी चैलेंजिंग सिचुएशन भी होगी क्योंकि आमिर उनका फ्रंट लाइन पेस अटैक लीड करते हैं, उसके अलावा 4 सीमर्स और भी खेल रहे हैं। बट आई स्टिल थिंक कि बिकॉज इनकी खुद की स्पेशलिटी नया बॉल करना है और जो टीम्स चेस कर रही हैं उनके लिए आसान हो जाता है। बट अप फ्रंट अक्सर ये विकेट्स लेने में कामयाब आते हैं और ये बहुत ही खूबसूरत कट शॉट खेला हैदर अली ने, जगह बना के खेला और शर्जील इसको रोकने में नाकाम रहे।
स्पेशलिस्ट पोजीशन है, बैकवर्ड पॉइंट, और गेंद बड़ा तेज आता है यहाँ पे, घूम भी रहा होता है बॉल। और इस बार ये गेटेबल थी, आई थिंक ऐसा लगा कि नीचे से निकल गई बॉलिंग के, और ऐसा ही हुआ है लेट। यूजुअली फास्ट बॉलर जब बॉलिंग कर रहे हो तो बाबर आजम इस जगह खड़े होते हैं, लेकिन स्पिनर पे बाबर आजम की स्पेशलिस्ट जगह है लॉन्ग ऑन लॉन्ग ऑफ।
हैदर अली 12 दफ़ा पेस के हाथों आउट हो चुके हैं, बट स्पिन के खिलाफ अभी तक PSL में आउट नहीं है। बहुत अच्छा खेलते हैं स्पिनर्स को। सिकंदर, आई स्टिल फील के बैकवर्ड पॉइंट एक ऐसी जगह है, बॉल लग के बहुत तेज़ आता है, घूमता भी है, और आपके स्पेशलिस्ट फील्डर्स वहाँ होने चाहिए। एंड आई एम नॉट श्योर कि शर्जील जो है, आई थिंक उनको चेंज अब तक नहीं किया गया।
ऊंचा शॉट, गेंद वाइड खेलिए लॉन्ग ऑन से और कोई फर्क पड़ेगा नहीं क्योंकि काफी मार्जिन से बाउंड्री को क्रॉस कर लिया। शानदार छक्का लगाया अहमद के पहले ओवर में अटैक करते हुए उनको रवि बोपारा।
HBL के 6 बढ़ते हुए और कदमों का भरपूर इस्तेमाल किया रवि बोपारा ने। स्पिन बहुत अच्छा खेलते हैं, थोड़ा सा लाइन में चुके थे इमाद वसीम यहाँ पर। आई थिंक इस चीज़ की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है पेशावर ज़ल्मी को। रीबिल्डिंग स्टेज से गुजर रहे हैं, बट जहाँ अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रही है उनके बैट्समैन हैदर अली और रवि बोपारा फ़ायदा उठा रहे हैं उन डिलीवरीज का। 12 रन आ चुके हैं अब तक इस ओवर में, एक डिलीवरी अभी भी बाकी है।
बहुत ही उम्दा टाइमिंग इस शॉट पर, कोई मौका नहीं अरशद इकबाल के लिए, स्वीपर कवर पे थे। बड़ा ओवर ये, 16 रन हासिल हुए। और पेशावर ज़ल्मी 59, 3 आउट। अरशद इकबाल आए हैं। ये आखिरी गेंद पिछले ओवर की। रवि बोपारा ने बड़ा उम्दा टाइम किया इस बॉल को, प्लेसमेंट भी बड़ी शानदार। गेंद दूर ही भागती रही अरशद से, जो कि काफी स्क्वायर थे डीप में ऑफ साइड पर। मौका नहीं था उनके लिए बिल्कुल भी। इमर्जिंग प्लेयर अरशद इकबाल पहला ओवर करते हुए, और ये फिर से आगाज करना होगा। डाउन द लेग साइड वाइड। आपने पॉइंट बैकवर्ड पॉइंट की बात की और स्पेशलिस्ट पोजीशन की। पोजीशंस तो सारी ही इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, लेकिन आपको बड़ा अपने रिफ्लेक्सेस में फुर्तीला होना पड़ता है इस जगह पर, क्योंकि इधर दौड़ने की जरूरत नहीं होती। गेंद के पीछे गेंद आपके दाएं या बाएं से निकलेगी। आप कितने तेज हैं अपनी रिफ्लेक्सेस में, वो इंपॉर्टेंट है।
और सिकंदर, हमने कितनी दफ़ा देखा है कि फील्डिंग लैप्सेस या मिस्ड कैचेस के जो 8-10 रन का मार्जिन होता है, यही गेम बाद में आखिर में अफेक्ट कर जाता है। ओह, बेहतरीन डिलीवरी यहाँ पर अंपायर को देख रहे थे, बट अरशद इकबाल काफ़ी इम्प्रेसिव रहे हैं पूरे टूर्नामेंट में। पहले मैच में 3 विकेटें भी ली थी। खूबसूरत सीम पोजीशन, बॉल विकेट से लगकर अंदर आता हुआ।
इनकी हाइट काफ़ी अच्छी है और ओपन चेस्टेड इनका स्टांस है। पटकते हैं बॉल को और गुड लेंथ से अच्छी हाइट मिलती है इनको खेलने के लिए। बैट्समैन यूजुअली स्टैंड टॉल ही करता है। बड़े करामत साबित हुए हैं इस फॉर्मेट। कंसिस्टेंसी है इनकी लेंथ्स में, और ऐसे नंबर पे बॉलिंग करने के लिए आते हैं कि इनसे 2 जॉब्स हैं। ऑफ कोर्स एक ये कंटेन भी करते हैं, दूसरा ये कि पेशेंस है, वेट करते हैं अपनी विकेट के लिए। ज़्यादा एक्स्ट्रॉर्डिनरी ट्राई नहीं करते। हेड कोच कराची किंग्स हर्षल गिब्स, इनके कैंप में भी काफ़ी फायर पावर है। वसीम अकरम, हर्षल गिब्स, कागी ब्राउन।
हर्षल गिब्स खुद पॉइंट पे वन ऑफ द बेस्ट फील्डर्स रह चुके हैं। जॉन्टी रोड्स ऑफ कोर्स, तो आई थिंक एज अ फील्डिंग कैंप ऑल्सो हर्षल गिब्स जो आई थिंक उन चीज़ों को बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस देते होंगे। जिस तरह आपने बात भी करी कि बाबर फ्रंट लाइन सीमर्स पे अक्सर पॉइंट पे खड़े होते हैं। हैविंग सेड दैट, उन्होंने भी आज एक कैच ड्रॉप किया। हैदर अली की अगर इस PSL की बात करें तो बहुत अच्छे फॉर्म में नज़र आ रहे हैं। सिवाय अपने पहले मैच के तेज खेलते हैं, अच्छा खेलते हैं, डाउन द विकेट प्रेफर करते हैं अपनी बिग हिट्स लगाना।
ये ज़्यादातर टारगेट भी मिड विकेट का एरिया करते हैं ज़्यादा। उनकी बैटिंग के बारे में हम जिक्र कर रहे थे, पहले हम बैठे थे आमिर सोहेल के साथ भी। कुछ चीज़ें ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम आप सीख जाते हैं एज ए यंगस्टर। हर बॉल मारने के लिए नहीं है, टैलेंट बहुत ज़्यादा है और लंबा खेलने की इनमें सलाहियत है।
बिल्कुल, आई थिंक पिक एंड चूज़ करना चाहिए अपने शॉट्स को। अक्सर जब ये थोड़ा सा बॉडी पोजीशन ओवर बैलेंस होते हैं तो मिड विकेट के बजाय जब स्क्वायर ज़बरदस्ती शॉट खींचना चाहते हैं, अक्सर इनका डाउनफॉल होता है उस वजह से।
सीधा शॉट, बहुत ही उम्दा शॉट। लॉन्ग ऑन को काफ़ी फाइन रखा हुआ है तो कट ऑफ करने में कामयाब हुए, और ये गेंद निकल गई, कोई रोकने को तैयार ही नहीं। डैन क्रिश्चियन और विकेट कीपर, और बिल्कुल कोई चांस नहीं। तब देखना ये होगा कि कितने रन भागे हैं। कॉमेडी ऑफ एरर्स यहाँ पर, कुछ कम्युनिकेशन गैप्स है। थ्रो आया लॉन्ग ऑन से, उसके बाद उसको कलेक्ट करने के लिए कोई भी नहीं।
Keep rolling, bat inside the ground. I'm satisfied. My decision is not out. Repeat, not out. Big screen, thank you.
ऐसा लगा थोड़ी देर के लिए कि शायद 4 दौड़े हैं, लेकिन गालिबन आखिरी रन जो था वो वापस भेज दिया था हैदर को। लेकिन उस हिसाब से तो हैदर स्ट्राइक पे आ नहीं सकते अगर 3 है तो। 67 पे 3 9वें ओवर की आखिरी गेंद। डॉट बॉल के साथ ओवर अपने इख्तिताम को पहुंचा। सात चौके 2 छक्के लगे अभी तक इस इनिंग्स में। करेक्शन हो गया, हमने रिप्ले देख लिया। रवि बोपारा का शॉट था, 3 ही बने उस ओवर थ्रो के नतीजे में। डैन क्रिस्टन अब गेंद करने आए हैं। ये नजारा है नेशनल स्टेडियम के बाहर का। और टॉप एज, कौन आ रहा है इसके नीचे? मौका है लेकिन बहुत डीप थे फील्डर। कॉलिन इंग्रम ने कोशिश बहुत की लेकिन खासे लकी रहे रवि बोपारा। स्लोअर बॉल।
चेंज ऑफ बॉलिंग, डैन क्रिस्टियन आए और पहले ही एक चांस क्रिएट किया उन्होंने। रवि बोपारा के टॉप एज, बट लेग साइड पे तीनों फील्डर्स बाउंड्री के साथ है। जब तक कॉलिन इंग्रम अंदर आए, नो मैंस लैंड में बॉल गिरा। बट पिछले ओवर की आखिरी बॉल पे जो डैन क्रिस्टियन ने थ्रो की थी, हम फील्डिंग की बात कर रहे थे कि कितनी ज़रूरी होती है फील्डिंग, और 2 एक्स्ट्रा रन्स वहां पर बॉलर्स लेने में कामयाब है बैट्समैन।
एरियल करेगा सब पॉसिबल चैलेंज। तस्वीर खींचिए और उसको व्हाट्सएप कर दीजिए 0300 #ArielPK पर। ये नंबर इसके आगे लिखा हुआ है और लकी ड्रॉ में एंटर हो जाइए। वॉशिंग मशीन आप जीत सकते हैं। जब जा रहे थे आउट होके कप्तान शोएब मलिक, तो उन्होंने कुछ बात की थी रवि बोपारा से गुजरते हुए। उसका एक अंदाज़ा ही लगाया जा सकता है। ये उनको आखिर तक रखने की इंस्ट्रक्शंस दी होंगी। ये वो प्लेयर हैं जो बड़ी आसानी से अपने गियर चेंज कर सकते हैं, आखिर में मार भी सकते हैं। हैदर को अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस करने का लाइसेंस दिया हुआ है।
बिल्कुल, हमने बात भी की थी पहले कि अमाद बट को आज इंक्लूड किया गया। शर्फियन रदरफोर्ड भी हैं, तो इनके पास बैटिंग की डेप्थ ज़रूर है, बट अभी भी आई थिंक ब्रेकअप करेंगे। अगले 5 ओवर को देखें। और ये बड़ा शॉट लगाने की कोशिश और अपनी विकेट खो बैठेंगे हैदर अली। डैन क्रिस्टियन का बॉलिंग चेंज कामयाब। पेशावर अपनी 4थी विकेट खो बैठे हैं।
उरुज लूज शॉट ही कहेंगे इसको। बिल्कुल भी पोजीशन में नहीं था, बैलेंस नहीं था। देखें काफी जल्दी बॉल को मीट कर लिया उन्होंने और पूरा फॉलो थ्रो भी नहीं हुआ, सिर्फ गेंद सीधा हाथों में चली गई।
अब्बास ने बहुत खूबसूरत कैच पकड़ा और वही हम बात करें जो अपना शेप लूज कर जाते हैं। सिर्फ 9 बना सकेंगे आज पेशावर। 69 for 4।
शफेन रदरफोर्ड आए हैं, बहुत जबरदस्त बैटिंग करते हैं, हार्ड हिटर हैं। 36 नॉट आउट इनका हाईएस्ट है HBL PSL में, और आए हैं ये हैदर अली की डिसमिसल के बाद। ये बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है, इंग्लिश में कहते हैं कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क। आप ये देखें कि आप किस बॉलर के अगेंस्ट कौन सा शॉट अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं। अगर ये तेज बॉलर होता है 145 का, बॉल बाहर जाती, लेकिन क्योंकि डैन क्रिश्चियन इतनी पेस ऑफर नहीं करते, तो आप अब ऐसा शॉट क्लिप करेंगे एंड यू विल फॉल शॉर्ट।
और इसी चीज़ को गेम अवेयरनेस कहा जाता है, जो मंजे हुए प्लेयर्स होते हैं उनके अंदर ज़्यादा होती है। रोल करी थी उन्होंने अपनी फिंगर, स्लोअर वन बॉल था और एक आसान कैच। और आई थिंक हैदर अली जब इसको देखेंगे तो उनको भी अंदाज़ा होगा, क्योंकि इनके इंटरनेशनल करियर में भी ये अक्सर हो चुका है कि 1 too many जिसको कहा जाता है शॉट्स खेल जाते हैं। और कराची किंग्स बहुत खुश होंगे इस वक्त।
डॉट बॉल के साथ ओवर का अख्ताम, 10 ओवर हो गए, 69, 4 आउट।
Well, that's the thing. Hyder Ali has the talent, we know that. And if he'd been prepared to spend another 5 overs, say, just playing relatively properly, take every opportunity, yes, but just playing cricket shots, then he could have unleashed towards the end, where he would have been very, very dangerous. But now you've got Babara, who's settled in 24 of 17. Rutherford, who's in, shall we say, earlier than he might be normally. Very dangerous with 2 or 3 overs to go. He can really unleash them. But he's got to play a proper innings now.
He needs to spend some time with you, David.
So I'm looking at the progress of this innings, guys, and so they're going at what, less than 7 and over, and have lost 4 wickets. So from both counts, they're suffering. It would have been fine if they'd been going at around 9 and over, and in the process lost 4 wickets. But this is neither here nor there.
Yeah, and that's after, what, first 3 overs or so, looked to be going well. At that stage, it looked like a really brilliant pitch. Didn't seem to be much happening with the ball. And you thought, yes, we maybe or should have a big total in the offing, but the wickets, as ever, have taken the pace out of the innings. And some of them have been careless too.
Yeah, it accentuates the old cliche, keep the wickets in hand.
Beautifully done. What an angle that he has created. It's such a difficult angle to create wide of mid-on, and did it so wonderfully well.
This is a beautiful shot. Very straight bat, just a little bit of draw through the gap of the fielders, and actually through the gap in the boundary, through the gap in the boundary fence, ends up where some of those HBL 6s end up, way back in the stand. Clever. Very smart, very oppo.
He's trying to stay away from his offside play, trying to cramp him on middle and leg stump line, but what a response. Glorious on drive.
Yeah, if you're a purist, this kind of stuff makes you levitate, doesn't it, David?
Amir, I don't know what it does to you. But actually, you're right. This is a proper cricket shot in a T20 match, with the placement perfect, technique excellent. Bit of hurry, but that's well run. Man is a little deep at mid-off.
Just want to stress the point again regarding Hyder Ali and him breaking his wrist and trying to hit the ball over mid-wicket. This was an earlier example of him trying to clear the front leg and wanting to hit it away anywhere on the leg side without any proper plan, without looking at the ball, and this was his dismissal. Similar ball, similar length, slower in pace, and look at the way he played it. So he's got to just improve on his straight hitting rather than going square. That's gone up in the air. Safe, probably a 6. 6 it is.
The HBL 6-count mounts to 155. Didn't end up where it was intended to end up. So maybe a little rushed for pace there. But 6 is 6 in any language.
He's a good player. He's a touch player. Times the ball beautifully. 11 done, 83 for 4.
I guess you could say if he's a touch player, it's a pretty heavy touch sometimes. Yeah, a lot of things work very well for him. When he's finishing off an innings, that power, inbuilt power, serves him well. And that bat speed, even the one that was miscued, went third man rather than deep square leg. There's bat speed there, which kind of gets you out of trouble, even if you don't quite get it in the middle of the bat. So he has to stay. He really does have to stay here. Bopara knows what he's doing too. He's been around all over the world for years now, playing these sorts of innings. But these two need to stay together.
Spend a day out for the kids. 83 for the loss of 4. Little one at the front is frozen. Right then, Dale Christian. 1 for 3 of his... Daniel Christian, sorry. 1 for 3 of his 6 balls. That's gone up in the air and lovely piece of timing. One bounce over the rope. Mid-off was up. In white was accepted. Gone for it. Got a 4.
Effective and stylish, actually. Yeah, in this form of the game, you're always looking to see where the gaps are, and a gap counts as over as much as through. So clearing the men in the infield there with style, all good.
Running hard, 1, only be 1. There's a lot of value to be had if you've got a left-hander in the middle of the innings. It just upsets the rhythm of the bowling side, because you've got to adjust your line, and he's a different kind of a player. Rutherford, he's a go-getter. He'll hit you hard, and then you've got to angle the ball differently.
Especially with the fact when you have true pitches like here at National Stadium, Karachi, where margin of error is minimal for the bowlers. And we have seen so often in this HBL PSL Edition 6, left hand and right hand combination working well for the sides.
T20 largely these days is about fielding batting pairs. From top order to the middle, right till the end. So you've got to have players that can hit the ball hard in the last 5. Have a batting pair that can take the game away from you. In the middle, you need maybe a couple of steady hands. At the top, first 6 overs mean a lot. So you've got to have hitters at the top, hitters at the back end. But it's about getting the pairing right.
And it's all about complementing each other.
Ravi Bopara has played a classical cut shot. He is such an attractive player to watch.
It wasn't a slow delivery from Daniel Christian. He relies on those slow deliveries. This time around, that was a pacey delivery. But landed outside the off stump. Enough room for Ravi Bopara to cash on the neck. Beautiful stroke. An excellent batter.
Beautiful roll of the wrist, playing a proper cut shot.
The best thing about that stroke was his weight was moving forward. Hence, plenty of power behind that score. That was the score prediction. With this rate, we can only get to 155, and I'm afraid that might not be good enough. It's 93 for 4.
Well, Talha Talib is here with me, weightlifting champion and national champion रह चुके हैं 4 consecutive साल. Talha, thank you so much for joining us. हमारे heroes में आप feature कर रहे हैं. ये बताएं, weightlifting बहुत ही कोई आसान sport नहीं है, आसान काम नहीं है. सबसे ज़्यादा important चीज़ क्या है? मतलब muscle mass है या फिर strength है, क्या कहेंगे?
सबसे पहले तो मैं अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ जिसने मुझे आज इस मुकाम पे खड़ा किया. वेट लिफ्टिंग में 3-4 चीज़ें बहुत अहमियत रखती हैं. आपकी फर्स्ट डाइट, जो कि आप प्रोटीन डाइट, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स लेते हैं. उसके बाद आपका रेस्ट और आपकी ट्रेनिंग में आपकी टेक्निक और स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग होती हैं.
अच्छा, ये बताएं, डाइट का भी आपने कहा थोड़ा डाइट को भी वॉच करना पड़ता है, तो क्या आपकी क्या नॉर्मल रूटीन क्या होती है खाने पीने के हवाले से, किस तरह से ख्याल रखते हैं?
ब्रेकफास्ट में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 5-6 अंडे आप रोज़ाना खा सकते हैं, उसके साथ बादाम और खजूर वगैरह. लंच में आप बीफ, चिकन, मटन, फ़िश, और रात के वक्त बिल्कुल आप लाइट खाना लेते हैं.
ये बताएं, अभी तक कभी आपकी ऑब्वियसली कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में जो है काफ़ी अचीवमेंट्स भी रही हैं, तो पर्सनली आपके लिए सबसे जो अच्छा माइलस्टोन कौन सा रहा है आपके लिए?
मैंने कॉमनवेल्थ गेम 2018 में अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ब्रॉन्ज मेडल विन किया था, और उसमें नया 18 साल पुराना रिकॉर्ड तोड़ के नया कायम किया था. मुझे उसकी बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी है और उम्मीद है कि मैं ऐसे ही इंशाल्लाह पाकिस्तान का नाम रोशन करता रहूँगा.
कोई फैमिली हिस्ट्री है आपकी वेट लिफ्टिंग की? जनरली मतलब ये शौक कैसे आपको पैदा हुआ?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मेरे वालिद साहब साबका पावर लिफ्टर रहे हैं, एशियन ब्रॉन्ज मेडलिस्ट. 1999 में उन्होंने मेडल विन किया था इंडिया में. उसके बाद उन्होंने वेट लिफ्टिंग स्टार्ट कर दी, लेकिन उनका शोल्डर इंजर्ड हो गया. उनके कुछ ख्वाहिश थी कि मैं पाकिस्तान के लिए कुछ करूं, नाम रोशन करूं, लेकिन उनका शोल्डर इंजर्ड हो गया, इसलिए वो ज़्यादा नहीं कर सके. फिर उन्होंने मुझे वेट लिफ्टिंग मुझे शुरू करवा दी, और उनकी ख्वाहिश थी कि जो मैं नहीं कर सका वो मेरा बेटा पाकिस्तान के लिए करे, और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मुझे फ़ख्र है कि मैंने उनका आज ख्वाब पूरा किया.
वाकई आप जो है उनका ख्वाब पूरा कर रहे हैं, बल्कि आप पाकिस्तान का नाम भी जो है बहुत रोशन कर रहे हैं. आपको मैं यही कहूँगी कि ऑल द बेस्ट. आगे जितने भी आपके असाइनमेंट्स आ रहे हैं, ओलंपिक्स का भी आप बता रहे थे, ओलंपिक्स का भी चांस है?
जी इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट मंथ मेरी एशियन चैम्पियनशिप है, उसमें इंशाल्लाह उम्मीद है मैं अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस दूंगा. जुलाई के अंदर ओलंपिक्स हैं, तो इंशाल्लाह मैं फिर जाऊँगा.
चलें, गुड लक फॉर दैट एंड ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू.
Talha Talib, weightlifting champion, 4-time champion. It's wonderful to see our unsung heroes being celebrated at the PSL. Well, somebody else is enjoying as well, the Brighter mascot, Alan.
Oh, he's trying to tie him up here. Mohamed Amir is doing his best not to let Rutherford use those dangerous hands of his. He's bowling into the body of the Guyanese-born cricketer. And Shafane Rutherford is as destructive as anyone we have seen. He hits sixes with such ease, but you can see here the angle, and he's bowled off the side of the hand as well. Just run his fingers down the side of the ball. Oh, he's got a little nudge for 4. You don't have to hit the ball 90 metres, you can nudge it for 4 as well. 13 gone, it's 98 for 4.
Yeah, just afforded the opportunity. Mohamed Amir actually was not really happy with himself. Knew the line was wrong, yeah, kick of the turf. Completely understood.
It's a very warm day in Karachi today, 31, 32 degrees. And 13 overs have been bowled. th over, and it's Afghanistan's Mohammad Nabi who bowls his first over. Such an easy action. 2 is the call, and it's going to be 1. I play Jubilee My Stars 11 fantasy cricket. Prizes, lots of money and prizes on offer. Go to mystars11.net. Terms and conditions do apply. Who do you want on your side? Ravi Bopara might be a good pick today. He's set for a score. Shafeen Rutherford is on strike. A moment of hesitation, just a moment. And that brings up the 100. What's a good score from here? Tagar? 220, yes.
Well, given where they are now, keeping them in the game would be 160. I mean, just looking at these two at the moment, I mean, they're forced to play not their fullest game, not the most expansive game at this stage, but they're trying to set it up the last 4 or 5 overs.
Well, the HBL score prediction, Zalmi to score 154 from here. Mohammad Nabi can do this, and I think the off spin to the left-handed Rutherford, just the sheer angle of it from him coming round the wicket as well, just can put the brakes on.
Yeah, he's going to try things like that to give himself room to free up those arms. At this stage, yes, it's proper cricket shots with a bit of improvisation. In 2 overs time, or 2 or 3 overs time, it's all out. It's all over the shop.
Rutherford is looking for the second. He'll have to settle for 1. 14 gone, 102 for 4.
Yeah, typical sort of Mohammad Nabi opening over, just canny, straight, good lengths, offering very little. By and large in the tournament so far this year, he's bowled economically. 1 or 2 overs have gone a long way, so that's what I mean. 2 or 3 overs time, if he does get to his 4th, he might not, but say 3rd over of his, if he bowls that sort of spell here, then someone like Rutherford is going to try and take him on. Bopara will try and take him on. They have to. They know they have to get up to something reasonable.
And Shafeen Rutherford on strike, 22 from 17. And Mohammad Amir's bowled the 1 over. He's rested for this one. It's Abbas Afridi. Gone after him. Hasn't really caught hold of this. It's gone the inside half of the bat. Two games today. It's very warm out there. Arooj, you were there. I suppose before the match you were talking to Mohammad Amir. I saw you gesturing with him about bowling different lines. What was he saying about his bowling in this tournament?
He's actually quite happy with the way things have gone, and Alan, you and I were discussing earlier why he doesn't come around the wicket later on, and we'll talk about that.
It's gone inside out, man there, but he's some way off. In fact, you can only watch it go for 4.
Yeah, it wasn't cleanly hit. But the important thing, it's quite tough from there, the important thing from there, and so often that sort of shot would go square from there, in which case the catch would have been on, but he did well to get it so far in front of square.
And again, it's not a clean hit, it's one. So, Uruj back on that, so Amir's got just 1 over to go.
So I asked him towards finishing the innings off, we've always seen him mostly come over the wicket as opposed to round the wicket, and he said to the right-hander and even to the left-hander he has 3 deliveries that he favours. He likes bowling the full and straight Yorker, he likes bowling the Yorker outside off stump to both right and left-hander, and then the change-up bouncer as well. And Alan, you and I were discussing why he doesn't come around the wicket to cut that angle off, and he said unless it's reversing he likes it because he likes shaping the ball away to the right hand and feels very comfortable over the wicket to the left-hander in the end as well. So with the 3 change-up deliveries that he favours towards the death, he still felt that with his angle, unless it's reversing, keeps favouring going over opposed to round.
Oh, good to hear it. 7 bowlers have been used by Imad Wasim today, including himself. He's only bowled 1. Clipped for 1. So Imad Wasim at the moment is a reluctant bowler as captain. In the last game he didn't bowl at all, and 7 bowlers including himself, and he's only bowled 1 over himself. It's a little bit odd considering he's been a frontline bowler in all the PSL tournaments we've seen.
I feel he likes bowling with the new ball, and he's always more effective with the new ball as well. Doesn't obviously get the ball to spin too much, but with the older ball he's always reluctant, and with this heavy pace attack that Karachi have, it's almost like he's just sort of stepping back a little bit, giving his seamers, especially considering Karachi has favoured seam bowling in the wickets column. But I still feel that if your strength is with the new ball, he still has to bowl at least the 1 over.
Well, 2 hats he's wearing, or 2 caps, and bowler and captain. And he's a decent bat as well. Oh, reload. Well taken, Joe Clark.
Yeah, angle too far away down the leg side. It's a good take behind the stumps, but Abbas Afridi has been impressive, but I think he's just tried too many variations. Stick to something that's going well. Obviously, he's gotten the opportunity at the big stage.
Right, that is the end of 15 overs. Peshawar Zalmi put into bat are 112 for 4 on a very warm day here in Karachi. And that's the signal for the Tapalti strategic timeout.
Okay, 15.
end of the Tapalti strategic timeout, and always a time I feel where who gets most out of it? Probably the fielding side. Of course, now those of you looking for tickets, you can purchase your tickets exclusively from bookme.pk or download the Bookme app, the mobile app. 50% capacity allowed in matches here at the stadium. Please carry your ID, a CNIC, to the stadium for verification, and you've got to bring your mask. You will not be allowed to enter the stadium without a face mask. So go to bookme.pk or download the mobile app. Good luck, and let's see you here. Let's hear you making some noise, because I think we're going to see a finish here today. First of a double-header, Rutherford with Nabi. Mohamed Nabi's first over only cost him 4.
It's been a good partnership, this one. 44 from the 34, and Ravi Bopar has played some exceptional cricket. David Gower, I can see your plot just right there to the top right of the screen.
Surely it's that big open space that I can develop bottom left.
Of course, it had to be. Lush cricket ground of the Khan University Hospital that you could see there. Ravi's raised to 40, now 30 deliveries.
Someone's got to go.
Fear not, I will not be taking people's cricket ground. The sport must be played, must be enjoyed, must be shared by all.
You sound like the Minister of Sport.
Well,
considering the application form. Right, there we are. It's well bowled by Nabi. He knew that Rutherford was making ground. Is that Ahmed Amir? I think has made the save for 4.
Yeah, there goes the early move, and he has to stretch. Clever bowling to push it wide again. That stretch, and just enough bat on it. Just enough bat on it to get it over those 2 men behind square on the off.
Abbas Afridi, the fielder, he's done well. It's a nice game of cat and mouse here with Mohamed Nabi. He knows that Rutherford is itching to get after him. He'd love to put him into the seats, but he's not allowing him to do that.
Really clever piece of bowling here from Nabi, because you can see Rutherford, he's trying to give himself room. He keeps using his crease and stepping back, trying to make something happen. Slightly quiet period of play here.
Does he bowl another over after this? Oh, it's a wide, because right now this is working. The equation is working for Karachi. Nabi's doing a fantastic job here. But is the captain brave enough to give him another?
Interesting call. 50 partnership, well run 2, but it's 1s and 2s, no boundaries from Mohamed Nabi. 120 from 4.
Peshawar Zalmi, 5th wicket partnership, 51 not out of 40 balls. Their record in the last 5 overs, just been told by Great Mazhar, is the best in this year's HBL PSL. Swatted for a run, and he'll come back for 2.
Yeah, it's the business end for both the sides. Peshawar Zalmi, if they could prevail, they'll get to a decent total, fighting total. And if Karachi Kings are able to keep the batsmen quiet, they'll be on top. Important passage of the play.
Such a good delivery. It's a control in tough situations that can go haywire. And that is especially for you, Danny Morrison. Aerial for cleanliness. One wash would do you a lot of good.
Yes, keep those balls clean. And those bald heads. You rat bags. Well, I really hope that Rutherford can get going and just continue, because he's a guy that can change the state of an innings with this extraordinary stroke play he has. He's 32 from 26, but par is going well too. But let's just see if they can bat the entire death overs here.
A couple of good overs are required desperately by Peshawar Zalmi. Couple of overs with 20 runs would suffice. Can bring some respectability to the total.
You see, 11s gets them to 160, and I think they need that minimum. It gives you something on the board. Still don't think it's enough, but you can get 160. It's a long way offshore, but it's not impossible with these two.
Big shot, big six, jumbo hit.
Seen it so often in the Caribbean with Shafane Rutherford, particularly at Providence, where he's from there in Guyana. He's slightly off with a change of pace. Yeah, he'll bosh you all day. Beautiful.
He was better off bowling outside the off stump and fuller. It worked well. For the young fast bowler, changing the line and the length worked well for the batsman on that occasion. Yeah, if you must change your line and length, you got to be precise with the right thinking.
Wide and gone, possibly on the full, over point. Mega stuff from Rutherford. 136 for 4.
Classic Rutherford. He's so good there in terms of you slightly miss your lines and your lengths. It is just sent whistling out of the ballpark. One that really did deserve it too short, and then the other one there tried the Yorker. Mohammad Ilyas disappeared. Top of the table in terms of death overs and striking. The Zalmi.
Highest run rate, 16 to 20 overs. Zalmi at the top of the leaderboard, 12.89. Thanks to the likes of Shafane Rutherford. 44 of 28 with a strike rate of 157. That's wide down the leg side. The idea was right, the execution not so.
Well, the execution on that occasion and the previous over from Rutherford was excellent. That was an incredible stroke. A low full toss outside the off stump, and to get that elevation and hit the ball over the boundary line. He's a serious talent.
Don't we love a lefty? Amir Sahel. Yeah, so Caribbean. And so typical of Shafane Rutherford. It's hot, but that's not bad. Tapal, get it down you.
Oh, got away with it. Slow bouncer, and direct hit earns them an extra run. Abbas Afridi there, shying at the stumps.
Third umpire to director. Review for run out. Your best side on angle, please.
If there is happening, we'll tell you. If there is happening,
Bad.
please go.
My decision is not out. Repeat, not out on big screen. Thank you.
Yeah, a big not out. He was in by a mile, right? He'll try different variations here, Mohammad Amir. Another one sent down the leg side. So what he's trying to do here is to keep him quiet on that middle and leg stump line. The small boundary on the offside doesn't have a lot of protection over cover.
And also, third man is in the circle. He can't bowl as a left arm spinner with that angle, taking the ball away from the off stump.
Into the gap for at least two.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for, gentlemen. This field set like that on the big side of the park here at the National, and is slightly off, just a little bit. Just showed down the leg side wides, but it's so small. I think it's about 59 metres to the big scoreboard there for Bopara, which is such a good zone for him, a hot zone where he loves to go over long off, extra cover. So good there.
One for the over. Just about marginal stuff here.
Interesting the height here. That's why Ravi B looked a little grumpy. Here we go. Yeah, I saw you, Rav.
Should have gone for the pull shot. Another slow ball. A lot of variations from Mohammad Amir. 14 wides from Amir in this year's HBL PSL, the most by a bowler. Just a strike away from a 50 here, and what a 50 it would be. Read the situation well. He had to build the resources and the innings, and then went about it at a cracking pace.
Well, he's given himself a chance, isn't he? He's in, he's set now, but he had to, as you say, Rambo, be cautious, be patient.
Wide ball. It's been given as a wide. Right. Well, the decision has been just a little bit up and down. A bouncer not given a wide, appeared to be a wide, and this one was marginal as well. I think he got a rough deal from the umpire on this occasion.
For this, has the batter's not moved? No, it's not a wide. Yeah, it's a bit harsh. I'm with you, Amir.
Cricket is a great leveler, isn't it? A batsman was annoyed with that short pitch delivery, and now the bowler.
Great thing about this batting performance from Rutherford is his ability to lock himself into a regular batsman from just a slogger. And that's where he's been so impressive. He's not cleared the front leg and looked for just big heaves like Heather Ali usually does in his innings. He could be a great template for Heather Ali, in fact. Spirit of Cricket Award, Peshawar Zalmi at the top of the board with 32. Straight down the ground. What a strike, what a 50. Lovely batting.
Employing his experience on that occasion. It's 149 for 4.
A delightful stroke to go to 50. Very measured. And he's such a good pro. Ideal to have come in when he did for Zalmi, and then to have Rutherford as well. So that's gone rather nicely for Peshawar.
Oh, lovely ball. Yorker length. He's got a bit of speed as well.
He's in his last over here, Mohammad Ilyas. But yeah, Ravi Bopara is coming a key component today. He's in the side. This is how he got to 50. Lovely simplistic ways to punch down the ground, and this left-hand right-hand combination for Zalmi doing wonders.
Oh, that's over the waistline, I think. Babar Azam doesn't get near the ball. Jose Braza hasn't called it. 150 comes up. 150 for the loss of 4. I thought it was over the waistline.
Let's have a look. That's tight. Bowler gets the benefit. Batter doesn't like it.
That's -1 in the spirit of cricket points. That's over cover. Long off comes into play. No, he doesn't. Daniel Christian was the fielder there, advancing towards the ball, but in the end, not a catch.
The penultimate over. Ilyas got into the over quite nicely. Started off with a dot delivery. So far, he has only conceded 2 runs. It's highly imperative for him and his side that he comes out of this over well. 150 on the board. These 2 batsmen looking good.
Oh, that's gone. Caught behind, slow ball, doing the trick. Finger is raised and he's gone, but impressive innings from the 22-year-old.
Certainly has been from Shafane Rutherford. But, kudos to the bowler. Tennis ball, slower bouncer. So much time, and then lollipops off the glove. Comfortable catch through to Clark. He deserved 50, but not to be here in match 13. And Rutherford goes for 46 from 32, and Peshawar are 151 for 5 here.
Ahmad Butt is in. Balls a wider Yorker length. Seems to have a plan, and the plan is variation, plenty of them, including a slow bouncer.
Yeah, in the previous over, he went for plenty. But this over, he's bowling with the right attitude, right mindset, and the right strategy, working well. Not only he's been able to pick up wickets, he's managed to keep the batsman quiet. Only 2 singles.
Well, that's such a good shot. Used the pace on that one, slicing it into the fence. Good batting by Ravi Bopara. 156 for 5. Lovely timing. Great placement as well.
And 56 for 5, and Ahmed Butt is up against Dan Christian.
Straight hit. That is such a great shot. Yorker from around the stumps, targeting middle and leg stump, and what he does, he goes straight over the bowler's head for 4.
Yeah, he's standing deep in the crease, and it allowed him to get underneath the ball and hit the ball in the air. And that was a bright, colourful drive in a pressured situation from Ahmed Butt.
He's got to be very careful. I think looking at the field, it's going to be a lot of slow deliveries. Fine leg, third man, both up in the circle. So it's got to be absolutely accurate. Covering the set of stumps so that he can hit them into the gap on the leg side. Enough to beat the 2 fieldsmen. Great hitting.
Yeah, really good hitting. Smart too, because he's, as you've mentioned, Rambo, he's taken guard across on about off stump because of Christian coming right arm around. Let's have a look at this. Look at him where he's standing, and then he's again bowled a bit of a length delivery. Well done.
Yeah, by standing like that, it gives Ahmed Butt lots of options. Once again, Oppo smart hit from Ahmed Butt. And if the ball is bowled outside the off stump, he can hit the ball from mid-on to mid-wicket. And if it's within the stumps, square leg.
Well, it's a challenge for Babar Azam. That's gone through. Another 4. Last time he batted for Zalmi, he got 23 of 11 balls. He's a go-getter.
But you little beauty. But more. Let's have it. Yeah, look at this. 3 4s in the over. And Dan Christian, with all his experience around the globe and played for so many sides, is Dan Christian. But Ahmed Butt has got the measure of him here.
Over the stumps now. Something different on offer here. So what does the batsman do? He's still covering the set of stumps. Goes big for 6. That's a magnificent blow.
Why aren't you bowling those slow deliveries? You're so experienced. Daniel Christian, what happened? Pressure getting to him. It's been a good over for Peshawar Zalmi.
Well, we're fired up here because Dan Christian thrown to the Lions here at the Karachi National. Oh, getting carved up big time.
Another big shot, chase for Babar Azam. Picks it up with one hand. What a finish for the Zalmis. I'm sure they'll take this high through into their bowling performance as well. It's not finished yet. 1 ball to come.
They've lived up to their reputation once again, scoring big in the last 4 overs. Peshawar Zalmi turning it on. Ahmad Butt in the last over.
Seriously good striking. This was glorious. Big over square leg. Last ball of the innings. Slow ball. Oh, mishandled, misfielded by the keeper. It goes for 4 boys. It's given as a wide as well. Bowler popping up the question once again to the leg umpire.
Well, it is falling apart here for Dan Christian and the Kings. Not a happy camper in terms of the signal. Clark should have done better with the gloves on. It's a slow tennis ball bouncer as he hits it. Has he got something on it, maybe? Can't believe it.
Once again, you got a feel for Karachi Kings. Things haven't worked for them last 4-5 overs while they were batting or bowling. Once again, leaked runs.
26 runs so far in this over. The most expensive over in HBL PSL is 29. He's not liking it. He's not happy chappy. Both sides losing points of the spirit of cricket. 26 run over. 182 is now looking extremely pleasant and reasonable. 21 of 6 Ahmad Butt. What a knock he's played. Last ball of the innings. He goes big and it's launched up in the air, and so it's the most expensive over of HBL PSL. He's not happy, but Ahmad Butt and company absolutely love the last 6 balls. They're very much in this contest now.
Last 4 overs. 48 runs for Peshawar Zalmi. 68 to be precise. Beg your pardon. Juicy full toss. And Ahmad Butt was in a mood not to miss that one. And look at the reaction from their coach, Darren Sami. He's a proud man.
Still reeling from it. Daniel Christian, it was a tough over for him, but Ahmad Butt, take a bow. What a knock. He's given his team an outside chance of toppling Karachi Kings. The innings lacked rhythm, it lacked meaning, but in the end it was Bopara, Rutherford and Ahmad Butt guiding them to a competitive score.
16 extras, that stands out too, folks. Don't forget about that. Too many wides. And the bowlers, well, they'll be a little frustrated here because it started off quite nicely with wickets up front inside the power play. 2 to Mohammad Ilyas in the end for 38, 2 for 27 for Abbas Afridi, and 1 for Dan Christian, but he disappeared. Look at that. 3 overs, 5 dots, 1 for 45. That last over, disappearing for 32. Wonderful striking, Ahmad Butt.
That's going to be an interesting battle, even though teams have chased down plenty of big scores, but this could be a little different here. It's a day game. Karachi Kings versus Peshawar Zalmi. They need 189 of 20 overs at 9.45 runs per over. Should be an interesting battle, this.
So, a lovely hot afternoon at the National Stadium in Karachi. Has it been hot so far? Well, some of it has. Pressure has been on from the bowling to start with, and the pressure is now on the chasing side. It's a gettable target, 189, and there are some very fine players at the top of the Karachi Kings order. None more so than Babar Azam, 26 years old, in good form, supremely talented, elegant player. At the opposite end, Shahjeel Khan, also a man in form, very different style to Babar Azam. Strikes it quicker, strikes it further. If he gets in, then this target will not be big enough. Once again, early wickets would be the order of the day to keep things competitive. It's going to be Mohammad Imran to open the bowling. Time for that Gillette countdown into this second innings of this match. Let's play. 189 the target. Out, first ball. Shahjil Khan, who's a danger man, has miscued that straight to Mohammad Irfan at a short fine leg, and that is the perfect start for Peshawar Zalmi.
And it's the wicket of the man in form, Shahjil Khan, the only batsman to score a century in this PSL. Wasn't the best of deliveries, should have been put away, but it was put away to the tallest man on the park, Mohammad Irfan. Make no mistake, love the celebration from the youngster. He's given his team the perfect start. Shahjil goes for a duck. Karachi now 0 for 1.
One ball into the chase. We have a wicket already. We have a new man at the crease, who is Joe Clark, who has an excellent strike rate as and when he gets going, but that's the key. You've got to get going each and every day. Pushed across him. In the end, just left alone. Well, the shorter ball first up. Shahjil Khan can be very quick on these, but he's slightly late this time. It's up near the splice, it's a miscue, and he goes straight to Mohammad Irfan. It's a short, fine leg.
Well, it's not a short, fine leg, is it? It's a very tall,
no, his inside
short, fine
leg is immense, I know.
Imagine measuring him for a suit. Be there all day.
You'd need a ladder.
The big plus about that wicket as well is from the bowling point of view. There's no Wahab Riaz in this lineup today. Wahab is nursing a little back injury. He bowled splendidly in the last match, picking up 4 for 17, his best figures in PSL. So Zalmi are operating on a different level from the bowling perspective, so that's a big plus for Mohammad Imran, and it's always a big plus for Mohammad Irfan. And he's picked up a couple of catches in this tournament. Yeah, Wahab Riaz not in action today. Saqib Mahmood, Mohammad Irfan, of course, Ravi Bopara to bowl his, well, he bowls all sorts. He bowls some spin, some seam, cutters, Ahmad Butt, and Umaid Asif, and Shoaib Malik, of course, can bowl as well, his off spin.
Karachi yet to get off the mark. Well, they'll bank on the fact that teams chasing have comfortably been able to chase everything down in this tournament. And the man on the other end, he took an absolute peach of a delivery to get rid of him. Shaheen Shah Afridi the other day. But we all know what Babar Azam is capable of. Interesting start, this one. The 1 wicket to begin with, and Karachi still searching for the first run.
Well, they've got their first runs now. They've got 4 of them all in one go. The chance of a wicket maiden is ruined, but what a very, very good start from Mohammad Imran. Just losing it for that final ball. It's 4 for 1.
Picked up by the Englishman Joe Clark.
Well, that final ball of the first over just picked up beautifully. Just a little bit short, no more than that. Joe Clark absolutely middles it. No one out there, of course, at this stage of the innings. So 4 for 1 after 1. Mohammad Irfan to bowl the second over of this innings. Good piece of fielding, and another good piece of fielding to follow up as well, as there's that little bit of confusion between the batsmen as to whether or not there was a run available. TKC. Good on the dive.
Bit of aerial clean fielding here. TKC and Shoaib Malik, the duo, putting on a very good show. He did really well to stop a certain boundary. It's going to be another close one here. Lots of action in the middle here. Calling for the quick singles. Could that have been another chance?
Papara is the fielder. Good pick up. Just over the top of the stumps. Is it directly there? Just over. But he was well in. He was fine. He would have been fine. Babar Azam, for the record, has been run out 5 times in PSL. Just avoided the 6th there. Yeah, wide. Down that leg side. Stretch the arms.
If you had all the weapons at your disposal, like Mohammad Irfan, you're a walking skyscraper in cricket, and the ball is like a golf ball in your hand. You shouldn't score runs against him. He shouldn't concede runs, and he should be so difficult to play against. And it's a long half volley. He shouldn't be delivering those. Not from that height. It should be up into the ribcage, where batsmen just can't get the ball away.
Look, tell you one thing though, this is a sweet offering to Joe Clark, but the thing about Mohammad Irfan, he's been around a long, long time. This is not a young man of 22 in the prime of his life. This is a man who's sadly towards the end of a career, and there are a lot of moving parts that are creaking. And Mohammad Irfan as well, Alan. Now, talking about moving parts, this is a moving ball going through Not quite the car wash. It's a big spin cycle. So snap a picture, WhatsApp it to 0300 aerial PK. Enter the lucky draw to win washing machines. Stay tuned for a one-wash final. This is the aerial challenge. Comfortable single.
Well, you might say he's in the autumn of his career, put that way. Over the autumn, the late autumn.
Look,
Mohammed Irfan.
To be fair to modern players, modern players, they play a lot longer than they used to.
But not the fast
30
bowlers.
years ago, fast bowlers at 38 would have been retired for 10 years. Well, 5 years. Guided away. Nothing wrong with that. Nicely under control. 12 for 1. For 1 after 2. Mohammed Imran's first over, a very good one. Wicket from the first ball, boundary from the last though. Thickish outside edge, just goes very quickly down to third man for 1.
Now, point to make about Mohammed Irfan is in 2018 in the Caribbean Premier League, he was playing for Barbados against St Kitts, and he picked up the wicket of Chris Gale. He bowled 4 overs, delivered 24 balls, and the 24th went for a single. 4 overs, 1 for 1. He just couldn't. He dropped it onto a golden patch, and you couldn't. No one could get the ball away.
All I can say to that, Alan, is that in 2018 he was 35, not 38. It's 3 years ago. I'd like to tell you about an over that Harold Larwood bowled in 1932, but it's not relevant.
Yeah, that's a fair way back, isn't it? 1932.
Look, to be fair, I have a lot of respect for him, and he's put a lot of good yards in as a bowler for a long, long time. Oh, good slow ball, really good slow ball.
A good addition to the side for Peshawar Zalmi, this youngster. Bowls a very good slow one from the back of the hand. Did Joe Clark there?
Absolutely deceived him, didn't he?
Significant drop in pace as well, coming down to 108 from 140.
Oh, just over the top. It's no more than a flick. And yet it does what every other ball does on this outfield. It races away to the boundary.
Another slow one, trying the same delivery again. This time Joe Clark up to the task. Timed this one really well. No chance for Shoaib Malik at the ring.
Not a bad short ball, although the move across the stumps from Joe Clark gave him ample room to play the shot, and there's no one down at long leg. Couldn't get batter on ball, just discussing the possibilities of a wide.
Discussing or suggesting? But that's gone over leg stump. So I think the umpire has made the right call.
More height, I'm guessing. And the line, you're right, the line is safe enough. But he'd moved so far across, the shot was on. I mean, this is maybe an anticipation. Slower bouncer this time, and that is put away. Ponder the question why bowlers have so many options. It is a guessing game sometimes, it is a game of cat and mouse. 21 for 1.
Sometimes you've got too many thoughts in your head as a bowler and you overcomplicate the thinking. And how many different varieties did he try and deliver in that over? Yeah, he'll think about it now. Wherever he goes to field, he'll just think about that last ball that has cost his side.
Now we're back with Mohammad Irfan. Maybe a better comparison would have been for me to pick an over from, say, Wasim Akram. Yeah, again, the point is that at their best, and this, again, I make the point deliberately, this man I have full respect for because he's had a good career, been a loyal servant for his many teams in Pakistan. It's no disrespect to say that someone is, maybe should we say, politely past his best.
Yeah, he's got a big heart and he runs in every game. He's always looking to cause destruction, which he should, as a giant fast bowler.
The only other thing I'd add is that his best chances with the new ball start of the innings. Later in the day, you see those creaks, the creaky joints, and you can hear them a little bit more. Up in the air, but safe. Just drops over mid-wicket. So he can still generate just enough pace to make a batsman late on the shot. That wasn't well struck.
Very rarely do you see a false shot from Babar Azam. That's where Irfan can be surprisingly quick off the wicket. With the ball coming from a certain height, David, in your times, how many fast bowlers have you seen where you've actually had to probably change the angle to see that height of delivery, and how much of a difference does it actually make?
Well, I suppose the tallest I played against was a fellow called Joel Garner, big bird, who was, I think, 6'8". Alan reckons he was 6'10". Maybe he looks different to a tail ender from a top order batsman, I'm not sure, but he was tall.
He certainly did.
Oh, there's the edge. There is the edge. There is the wicket, proving this man can still do it. Mohammad Irfan is the man to strike and take the second wicket. And it is that height, it is that bounce, which has helped generate this ball here and generate that wicket.
Clearly not creaking this afternoon is Mohammad Irfan. Nicely angled outside Joe Clark's bat, who's had a bit of a rash shot at that, but it's a good wicket. Putting the pressure on to Karachi. Joe Clark departs for 17. Karachi now 22 for 2.
2 down for 22. 4 balls gone in this 4th over. Now, for Colin Ingram, this could be a big day. He's not had a great tournament so far. The figures in his career in PSL are good. But this particular tournament, PSL 6, he's yet to get going. Two balls left in the over. It's nicely bowled.
Well, he's short of runs in this tournament, Colin Ingram, and he's got a great chance now, but this was Clark just going after one that climbed a little bit. That's the asset that Mohammad Irfan has. You see that ball has just bounced where maybe a shorter bowler wouldn't have achieved that bounce, but a little bit big. Difficult to do a high 5 with him sometimes as well. It's got to be a low 5.
Well, 2 dot balls to finish off a very good over. He's 1 for 9 from 2. It's 22 for 2.
Ball has absolutely flown here from Babar Azam. Sweetly timed.
He's a good timer of the ball, Babar Azam. Good fielding. Peshawar Zalmi on course to defend a total.
Right, the Parkview City question has disappeared. And if I know the answer, I don't know the question. Abracadabra, where are you, Parkview City? Onto it quickly. Tom Kohler-Cadmore is the fielder out there. He's got a bit of work to do. Right, answer the question and win a plot of land. Who's the captain of the team that won the HBL PSL 2 years ago, 2019? Go to the Facebook page of Parkview City, win daily tablets and a plot at the end of the league. Who won the HBL PSL? Who was the captain of that winning team in 2019? Colin Ingram, South African born. Well, we've seen Colin Ingram on his day. He can put away any bowler. If he's in the groove, he can get going. Right, this is yesterday's winner of the Parkview City question of the day, and the question was, who's affected the most run-outs in the HBL PSL? The winner is Umar Wali, and the answer to that question is Hassan Ali. What a gun fielder he is. What a very good fielder he is. Clearly. Those of you who may just be tuning in at the moment, you're probably wondering where Wahab Riaz is. He's not playing today. He's got a little back injury. Sensed that he wasn't at full fitness, or maybe was uncomfortable in his first couple of games, and he was expensive. He went for 51 and 54, and he took 4 for 17. Kanda hai se boj hada de move. Atade. And so he's got a little back injury and he's sitting this game out. So Wahab Riaz not playing.
Still, Peshawar Zalmi is doing well. Managed to put a decent total on the board, and then 2 early wickets. Removed the danger man Sharjeel in the first over. And then Joe Clark. They always looked like a side who could break that trend of winning the toss, winning the game.
Sense of calm on that coaching staff as well with Hashim Amla. I don't see Darren Sammy too flustered either. He's got loads of experience. Turned away. Babar Azam. Single off the last ball. 5 from the over. 5 gone. 27 for 2.
क्या शानदार शॉट खेला है, जबरदस्त शॉट, ट्रेडमार्क बाबर आजम।
दुनिया में चंद गिने चुने बैट्समैन हैं जो कि कवर ड्राइव इतनी दिलकश अंदाज से खेलते हैं। सब चीजें ठीक, जिसको कहते हैं स्टिल हेड, एल्बो हाई, बैट की फ्लरिश, और कभी भी जोर से गेंद को हिट करने की कोशिश नहीं करते हैं। टाइमिंग की है इनकी बैटिंग में। सो सवाल यह है कि जब टीम्स को पता चल जाता है कि इतना हमें रन चेज करना है और वो प्लान बनाते हैं रन चेज के लिए और इसलिए वो जीत जाते हैं, तो बॉलिंग साइड्स क्यों नहीं प्लान बनाती कि अब इतने रन रह गए हैं तो हमने इनको 158 रन और नहीं करने देने। बहुत ही आला शॉट, पिकअप पुल शॉट, ये भी इनकी एक लाजवाब शॉट है और एंगल कमाल का क्रिएट करते हैं। दिल फरेब और फैंस एकदम से जैसे जाग गए। फिर से बात करूंगा, शायद उन गिने चुने ये बैट्समैन हैं जिनको क्या आप पैसे दे के जाके देखना चाहेंगे, टिकट खरीद के।
और ये कहना बड़ा मुश्किल है, जैसे यूजुअली कुछ बैट्समैन के लिए कहा जाता है कि ये स्ट्रांग है ऑन साइड पे, या ये बैट्समैन ऑफ साइड पे स्ट्रांग है, स्क्वायर तो विकेट अच्छा खेलता है। ये दोनों तरफ उतने ही कॉन्फिडेंस, उतने ही स्टाइल के साथ खेलते हैं। पिक्चर परफेक्ट से कहते हैं, कहीं ऐसा नहीं लगता कि किसी परेशानी में उस बार कलाई का इस्तेमाल किया। आपने बॉलर्स की बात की, आई थिंक कराची किंग की बॉलिंग पे आते हैं। कहीं ना कहीं इमाद वसीम एस कप्तान चूक रहे हैं। आज उन्होंने खुद एक ओवर किया, नया बॉल नहीं किया। कल पिछले मैच में उन्होंने बॉलिंग ही नहीं कराई। उसके बाद ये आप देख सकते हैं इरफान की और इमरान की बॉलिंग के कंपैरिजंस, ये रिलीज पॉइंट्स हैं, कितना डिफरेंस है।
एक पहले फ्लोर से बॉल कर रहा है, एक चौथे फ्लोर से।
अगर आप ज्यादा हाइट के बैट्समैन नहीं तो कहीं ना कहीं तो आपके आई लाइन से भी बाहर निकल जाएगी बॉल।
ये आपकी ठीक ऑब्जर्वेशन है। इमाद वसीम को और ज्यादा इन्वॉल्व होना पड़ेगा बॉल के साथ, और नए बॉल पे तो अच्छी बॉलिंग करते हैं। सो वो जो इनका एक तरह से जो एक हुनर है, उसको ये बुरुएकार नहीं ला रहे हैं।
और ये चांस ड्रॉप्ड। पहुंच तो गए थे फील्डर, लेकिन अपने आप को सही तरह से हाथ गेंद के नीचे नहीं ला पाए। साकिब थे फील्डर मिड ऑन पर।
देखिए, आधे कैचेस भी करने पड़ेंगे क्योंकि हमें पता है कि चेजिंग आसान हुई है। सो विकेटें गिरेंगी तो प्रेशर पड़ेगा। बल्ले के बीच में पूरी तरह से नहीं खेले और चूक गए। देखें, इसलिए कि पहले डिसाइड करना था और कि डाइव आगे मारनी है और लपकना है बॉल की तरफ। सो हाफ चांसेस भी दबोचने होंगे। और बहुत अच्छी फील्डिंग, रदरफोर्ड बैटिंग भी शानदार और फील्डिंग भी शानदार। एक 6 ओवर्स के बाद 37 पे 2।
पावर प्ले खत्म हुआ 37 पे 2 और ये पावर प्ले खत्म होने का इशारा। तो ये बॉलिंग की बात हो रही थी आपके, कौन से ऐसे बॉलर्स हैं जो आखिर के ओवर्स करें, कौन से ऐसे बॉलर्स हैं जो सही टाइम पे हैं। इतना टर्न नहीं है, माद वसीम करते नहीं है टर्न, वो उनकी बॉल में ड्रिफ्ट आता है नए बॉल के साथ। बीच में आए 16 रन दिए, फिर वापस आए नहीं अटैक में। अरशद इकबाल ने 2 ओवर किए, थोड़ा सा मेस्ड अप सा लग रहा था टोटल बॉलिंग लाइन।
मैंने पहले भी ये इंग्लिश कमेंट्री में बात की थी, फिर से दोहराता हूँ अपने आप को ही कि क्योंकि लंबे स्कोर चेज डाउन हो रहे हैं, शायद टीम्स को अपनी बॉलिंग डिपार्टमेंट पे तवज्जो ज़्यादा देनी है और एक एक्स्ट्रा बॉलर खिलाने की ज़रूरत है, स्पेशलिस्ट खिलाने की ज़रूरत है। क्योंकि जब प्रेशर पड़ता है तो मेकशिफ्ट बॉलर्स जो है वो उस पर एक तो दबाव आ जाता है उन पर और गेम आपके हाथ से निकल भी सकती है। सो इन पिचेस पे शायद आपको अपनी बॉलिंग को ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग करने की ज़रूरत है निस्बतन बैटिंग के। ये बैटिंग पिचेस हैं और असूल यही है कि बैटिंग पिचेस पे बॉलिंग को आप ज़्यादा तवज्जो दें। अच्छी क्विक सिंगल ली, अच्छी बात है। बाबर आजम के पास अब रिदम एक दफ़ा फिर से आ गया है और ये अब चार्ज संभालेंगे और संभालना भी चाहिए। साकिब महमूद की सबसे ज़्यादा विकेट्स हैं, अच्छी बॉलिंग की, डेथ में आके अच्छी फुलर लेंथ पे बॉल करते हैं और जीदार हैं, दलेर हैं।
स्पिनर्स का इतना से रहा नहीं अभी तक इस छठे सीजन में HBL PSL के। तमाम फास्ट बॉलर्स मोस्ट विकेट्स में अभी तक। आपने जो बात की स्पेशलिस्ट बॉलर्स की, ये हर बार पेशावर ने अपनाया था पिछले मैच में, एक्स्ट्रा बॉलर खिलाया था, कामयाब भी रहे।
ड्राइव इनकी फेवरेट शॉट है और अगर आपने स्ट्रेट ड्राइव सीखनी हो तो तवज्जो दीजिए इस शॉट पे। रेगुलर बैटिंग करते हैं, ऐसी नहीं है कि T20 है तो आप ऊटपटांग शॉटें इनसे दिखेंगे, इसीलिए इनकी एवरेज इतनी अच्छी है, नंबर्स अच्छे हैं क्योंकि सेफ खेलते हैं और क्लास है और बहुत ही आला शॉट। आप 2 इंच आगे पीछे होंगे तो आपको प्रॉब्लम्स हो जाएगा बाबर आजम के खिलाफ। मैं अभी भी समझता हूँ शायद स्लोअर बॉल्स जो हैं इनको तंग कर सकते हैं। सिंगल दीजिए, इनको दूसरे एंड पे जाने दें ताकि आपको ये डैमेज कम करें।
तो अभी तक हमने देखा है कि बॉलिंग तमाम टीमों की अंडर प्रेशर रही है। T20 में यूजुअली ऐसा होता है, लेकिन कोई भी टीम ऐसी नहीं है जो अपनी बॉलिंग से डिफेंड कर पाई हो मैच को अभी तक, चाहे स्कोर 199 का हो या 119 का जो हमने अभी तक देखा। हमारे ये PSL HBL PSL इसमें यूजुअली हमने देखा है बॉलिंग जो है वो कमांड करती है और बॉलर्स की कोई कमी है नहीं पाकिस्तान को, जिसकी वजह से आप फॉरेन प्लेयर्स में इतने फास्ट बॉलर्स या स्पेशलिस्ट बॉलर्स देखेंगे नहीं। कितना ये ऐसा डिसएडवांटेज हो सकता है पाकिस्तानी यंग बॉलर्स के लिए कि जैसे डेल स्टेन आए हुए हैं, उनका सिर्फ आना ही कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है, किस तरह से वो यंगस्टर्स को कर सकते हैं थोड़ा अपने वर्ड्स के साथ।
नहीं, उनका एक्सपीरियंस तो प्राइसलेस है। ये बाबर आजम की कहानी अभी तक ड्राइव्स और लगातार शानदार ड्राइव्स दिखी हैं। आउट होना चाहिए और आउट हो गए। आसान कैच और यही चाहिए था, पार्टनरशिप नहीं लगने देनी है। रन चेज में पार्टनरशिप्स मांगती है चेजिंग साइड। 21 रन की पार्टनरशिप थी और इनका सीजन अभी तक कुछ चल नहीं रहा है इनग्रैम का। डिसीव हुए पेस से साकिब जो है एक तो फॉर्म बॉलर है, थोड़ी सी रिस्पेक्ट भी आपको देनी है फॉर्म बॉलर को, और फिर बाउंसर पे उतनी जल्दी नहीं लपके और लेट हो गए, इसीलिए हैंडल के ऊपर बल्ले के सॉर्ट ऑफ समझिए कि मिडिल में नहीं बल्कि स्प्लाइस पे जहाँ पे हैंडल शुरू होता है वहाँ पे बॉल लगा और शानदार कामयाबी। रिदम टूटता है जब आप विकेट्स लूज करते हैं। इनग्रैम गए 3 पे और 43 पे 3 कराची किंग्स।
बारी है मोहम्मद नबी की, ऑलराउंड क्रिकेटर है कराची किंग्स की, एक अच्छी पिक और अभी तक इनके लिए करामत भी साबित हुई है क्योंकि इन्होंने अपने नंबर पे आके बड़ी खातिर खा परफॉर्मेंसेस दे दी हैं। 57 इनका बेस्ट। HBL PSL का इनका करियर ज़्यादा मैचेस है नहीं, ये 13वां मैच है इनका, इस बार पूरा अवेलेबल है पूरे सीजन के लिए। कॉलिन इनग्रैम एक बार फिर फेल हो गए और काफ़ी इंटेग्रल पार्ट है इस टीम का। बात हो रही थी बॉलर्स की, तो ये जिक्र हुआ कि फॉरेन फास्ट बॉलर्स जो इंटरनेशनल बॉलर्स हो बाहर के, वो इतने आते नहीं क्योंकि पाकिस्तान को ज़रूरत पड़ती नहीं, पाकिस्तान की अपनी पेस बैटरी बहुत है।
सिंगल मिलेगा बाबर को। जी आपका पॉइंट अच्छा है, वैलिड है, इसलिए कि स्टार एक्स बॉलर्स आके आपको बहुत कुछ बता सकते हैं, समझा सकते हैं। और HBL PSL का एक बहुत बड़ा मकसद ये भी था कि इंटरनेशनल स्टार्स आएंगे, ड्रेसिंग रूम शेयर करेंगे। क्रॉस द सीम बॉल किया और गेंद टेनिस बॉल की तरह ऊपर आया, लेट हो गए, टाइमिंग ही नहीं थी और आराम से कैच ले लिया हैदर अली ने। मगर दूसरी तरफ जो सिकंदर बात अच्छी हो रही है कि जब प्रेशर पड़ता है क्रंच मोमेंट्स पे, पाकिस्तानी बॉलिंग टैलेंट जो है वो आजमाया जा रहा है। सो उनको प्रेशर में बॉलिंग करने की आदत हो जाएगी। सो ये एक बहुत बड़ी एडवांटेज है इस HBL PSL की। जैसे कि बैटिंग में बहुत ज़रूरत है कि पाकिस्तानी टैलेंट जो है वो मैचेस फिनिश करे। अभी तक सारे फॉरेन प्लेयर्स जो हैं बल्ले के साथ फिनिशिंग टचेस दे रहे हैं। आज भी आपने देखा रदरफर्ड और रवि बोपारा ने बहुत आला बैटिंग की। सो आइडली तो ये हैदर अली को और इमामुल हक को, इन यंग लड़कों को मैच फिनिश करने की ज़रूरत है।
इसके बरक्स अगर हम देखें कि जो साइड्स चेज कर रही हैं वो जीत रही है, और कहें कि अगर पाकिस्तान का इशू रहा है चेज करने में, पाकिस्तान इतना अच्छा नहीं रहा ओवरऑल, तो ये अच्छी प्रैक्टिस है, लेकिन नंबर्स कुछ और कहते हैं। जो पाकिस्तान का एक इशू रहा कि उनके पास फिनिशर नहीं है। स्टैट में देख रहा था कि अभी तक के सारे मैचेस में आखिरी 3 ओवर्स में मैक्सिमम 36 रन बने हैं और मिनिमम कोई 13 या 18। तो वो जो फिनिशिंग है कि बड़े, ये फर्स्ट इनिंग की बात हो रही है, बड़े रन्स हासिल करें, वो अभी भी नहीं मिल रहा।
शायद वो लोग सेल्फी ठीक नहीं ले रहे हैं। ओप्पो सेल्फी इस तरह से ली जाती है, स्ट्रेच हैंड्स मास्क पहन के। थोड़ा सा फील्डर्स को चुस्त रहना है और थोड़ी सी आपको अवेयरनेस चाहिए, इसलिए कि बाबर आजम जो है अभी विकेट गिरी है, ज़्यादा रिस्क नहीं लेंगे और वैसे नहीं रिस्क उठाते। सो रोटेशन ऑफ स्ट्राइक पे बिलीव करते हैं। जो फील्डर्स सर्कल में उनको आगे होना चाहिए। और ग्रेट रिकवरी की ज़ल्मी ने। 49 पे 3 खिलाड़ी आउट थे 7.4 ओवर्स के बाद। बहुत ही अच्छी प्लेसमेंट। ओ गोल करा दिया हमारे आयरन मैन ने। इस दफा फंबल की उम्मीद आसिफ 50 रन मुकम्मल किए कराची किंग्स ने। दिल टूट जाता है बॉलर का। एक तो गर्मी है, रन चेज है, आप मेहनत कर रहे हैं और एक पुश था। मेरे ख्याल में ज्यादा इसकी जरूरत नहीं थी ऐसा डिजाइन बनाने की।
ये निकाली कैसे इन्होंने, ये बड़ा एक टैलेंट है। दोनों हाथों और कमर के भी नीचे से निकल गए।
अच्छी बैटिंग करते हैं। 8 ओवर्स मुकम्मल हुए, 51 पे 3। ऐसा सिटी का एक जो अंदाज है वो लाहौर में नहीं मिलता। फॉर एग्जांपल मैं लाहौर से हूँ, सो कराची आके एकदम से आपको डिफरेंट लैंडस्केप मिलता है, हाई राइजिंग बिल्डिंग्स और आबादी भी ज़्यादा है लाहौर से। HBL विन प्रेडिक्शन क्या कह रही है? कराची 12% और पेशावर ज़ल्मी इस वक्त आगे है कराची किंग्स से। 87% चांसेस है उनके जीतने के। मेरा ख्याल है जैसे ये पार्टनरशिप बढ़ती जाएगी वैसे ही ये जो HBL विन प्रेडिक्शन है ये भी कराची किंग्स के हक में कुछ आवाज़ बुलंद करेगी।
कंपैरिजन के हिसाब से तो दोनों बराबर ही हैं तकरीबन,
स्पेशली जबकि रन चेजिंग आसान है टीम्स के लिए, सो उसके भी कुछ फीसद नंबर देने चाहिए विन प्रेडिक्टर को। उम्मीद आसिफ आ रहे हैं।
तकरीबन आई थिंक एक आध दिन में सारी टीमें अपने आधे मैच खेल चुकी होंगी, 5-5। आपकी नज़र में अभी तक कोई ऐसी टीम जो वेल बैलेंस्ड नजर आई हो या इनटू द टूर्नामेंट नजर आई हो?
सिकंदर, सब टीम्स का चांस है। मैं अभी भी समझता हूं कि ऑन द डे ही होती है T20, जैसे कि 50 ओवर्स की गेम होती है। इसमें थोड़ा सा प्रेशर जो हैंडल अच्छा करेगी, जो क्रंच मोमेंट्स बेहतर कर जाएगी। 6 अच्छे बॉल, 6 ख़राब बॉल से आपकी तकदीर बदल जाती है। और इवनली स्प्रेड टैलेंट भी है। ऐसा नहीं है कि ऑक्शन हुई हुई इन प्लेयर्स की और अच्छे प्लेयर्स एक टीम में चले गए हुए हैं।
उम्मीद करते हैं कि फिर वो दिन आज क्वेटा का हो। दूसरा मैच उनका है मुल्तान से। और दोनों टेबल के नीचे हैं तो ये डिसाइड करेगा किसने पहले जागने का फैसला किया।
टेबल के नीचे इन दोनों को कुर्सी मिलनी चाहिए अब।
वैसे उसके लिए बात हम कर सकते हैं अगले मैच में भी, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं ये जो चॉप एंड चेंज जो हो रहा है उनकी टीम में भी क्वेटा में, वो उनको सेटल होने नहीं दे रहा, ऐसा नजर आता है।
समझता हूं उनकी बॉलिंग जो है वो बहुत बेहतर होने की जरूरत है। और जनरल एक इंप्रेशन यही है कि वो टीम ज्यादा अच्छा करती हैं T20 में जिनकी बॉलिंग स्ट्रांग होती है।
पेशावर ने आज बहुत शानदार तरीके से ख़त्म की अपनी इनिंग्स। 68 आखिरी 4 ओवर में, आखिरी ओवर में 32 रन। अमाद बट की जो शमूलियत हुई टीम में उसने बहुत फ़ायदा दिया इनको। 7 गेंदों पे वो इतने सारे रन बना गए।
एक जनरल इंप्रेशन ये भी है कि बाबर आजम बड़ा सुथरा हैंड खेलते हैं, मगर एक एग्रेसर की ज़रूरत इनको पड़ती है दूसरे एंड पे। आज देखते हैं यही है कि क्या ये लीड कर सकते हैं चार्ज, विनिंग चार्ज। 134 रन चाहिए 68 बॉलों में। तुले हुए हैं शॉर्ट बॉल करने के लिए। प्लान है अगर तो ठीक है, वहां पे फील्डर सजाए हुए हैं। 11.91 रन चाहिए हर ओवर में अब से लेके आखिर तक। सो फील्डिंग अच्छी करें और फील्ड के हिसाब से बॉलिंग करें, और घबराहट का अगर शिकार नहीं हुए ज़ल्मी तो शायद ये ट्रेंड तोड़ देंगे। रन चेजिंग का जो एक ट्रेंड लगा हुआ है, टीम्स टॉस जीतती हैं, पहले बॉलिंग करती हैं, और चाहे 190 हो, 150 हो, 200 हो, स्कोर कर जाती हैं।
नौ ओवर का खेल मुकम्मल हो गया। 57, 3 खिलाड़ी आउट कराची किंग्स। कंपैरिजन में कराची अभी थोड़ा ही नीचे है, लेकिन वो जो आखिर में जो धुआंधार बैटिंग उसको कवर करने के लिए कहीं ना कहीं कराची को बीच में मिड इनिंग्स में ऊपर आना पड़ेगा ताकि अपने ऊपर प्रेशर ना लें।
जी हाँ, आखिर में फिर अगर 15-18 रन चाहिए होंगे तो फिर मुश्किल काम हो जाएगा। इन्होंने तबाहकुन बैटिंग कर दी वो आखिरी ओवर की जो आप बात कर रहे थे। कितना 32 रन डैनियल क्रिस्टन के आखिरी ओवर में लिए इन्होंने। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ये पिच थोड़ी सी स्ट्रोक प्ले के लिए मुश्किल हो जाएगी। चेंज ऑफ पेस से शायद आप ये रन चेज मुश्किल बना दें, मगर अगर जिन्होंने नहीं देखा आप देखिए ये लास्ट ओवर में क्या इन्होंने हाल किया। राउंड द विकेट स्ट्रेट पहले हिट मारी, चौका, फिर मिड विकेट के ऊपर से एक और चौका, और कहानी बनती रही। तीसरा चौका मिड विकेट पे, और फिर ये छक्का, फ्लिक शॉट, बहुत बड़ा छक्का, एक और लाजवाब छक्का। फिनिश किया ये ओवर, और बैटिंग में इनका दिन था, बॉल के साथ भी इनका दिन हो सकता है। सो वो कॉन्फिडेंस होगा जरूर इनके पास, जो कि अच्छी बैटिंग से इनको मिला होगा। ओह, ये है हाफ चांस जो कि लेना चाहिए, और अगर कैच नहीं तो गेंद तो रोकें। अनलकी रहे हैं, पहले एक चौका करवा दिया उमेद आसिफ ने, और ये हाफ चांस क्रिएट हुआ। साकिब ने गेंद को जाने दिया, प्रेशर रिलीज हो जाता है, और यहीं पे तो जान लड़ाने वाली बात होती है। बैक ऑफ द हैंड ऑलमोस्ट गूगली की इन्होंने। रवि बोपारा थे फील्डर।
बहुत जोरदार शॉट था, हाफ वॉली पे इसको रोक सकते थे कहीं ना कहीं। ये सेकंडों का फैसला होता है, आप कैच के लिए जा रहे हैं या बॉल को बाउंड्री से रोकना चाहे, लेकिन आइडिया सही था, पहले कैच के लिए जाए। रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट आप देख सकते हैं 11.91। ये बढ़ा तो और परेशानियां बढ़ेंगी। क्या ऐसा है कि पेशावर ने सही रीड कर लिया? इस टूर्नामेंट में पेसर्स ने ज्यादा काम किया है, इनके पास स्पिनर नहीं है कोई।
प्ले जुबली माई स्टार्स 11 फैंटेसी क्रिकेट, और प्राइजेस जीतिए। लाइफ इंश्योरेंस से मुझे याद आ गया कि लाइफ इंश्योरेंस के बंदे के साथ आप आधा घंटा बैठे तो आपको यकीन हो जाता है कि मरना ज़्यादा वैल्यूबल है जिंदा रहने से।
लेकिन वो पैसा आपको मिलेगा नहीं।
ये भी है। सो थोड़ा सा रिस्क लिया है. आपका पॉइंट सही है. ज़ल्मी ने कोई स्पिनर रेगुलर नहीं खिलाया है और चेंज ऑफ पेस से काम लेना चाहेंगे इस पिच पे और पेस के थ्रू डोमिनेट करना चाहेंगे. जुबली माई स्टार्स 11 फैंटेसी लीग का विनर आपके सामने है. मोहम्मद जाफर साहब ने 551 पॉइंट्स लिए. सो आप भी खेलिए और विनर बनिए. मैच 12 का विनर है आपके सामने मोहम्मद जाफर साहब. बॉल बचाने हैं और ज़्यादातर टीम्स यही करती हैं कि डॉट बॉल्स करके जो स्कोरिंग रेट है ऑपोजिशन के लिए वो उसको ऊपर लेके जाती हैं. अभी रिक्वायर्ड जो रन रेट है वो 12.49 हो गया है. सो अब आपको रिस्क उठाना पड़ेगा. 3 चौके हर ओवर में अब से लेके आखिर तक चाहिए. आसान काम नहीं है.
अच्छा गेंद खत्म करने के लिए 10 ओवर का अख्तिताम. 62, 3 आउट.
That bat's just not good enough, it seems. Still to come. Dan Christian, Bernard, Ilyas. Whoever comes in next, though, is going to feel the pressure, I can tell you. Maybe Dan Christian thinks he's got some ground to make up. Starts at -32. Not a record he'll be proud to have, but there are ways of making amends, that is for sure. Right, Babar Azam has the strike. We're just talking about those run rates and personal strike rates. In that game, Karachi against Islamabad, where they made 196, still lost. The innings run rate 9.8, Babar's 6.88. I got a hand on it. It's a long way down from there, but he managed to get a hand on it. Just helps the cause. I mean, the point sticks that you have to play around Babar. Whatever his talents, whatever his skills, you cannot expect him at this stage to suddenly develop shots that sail over the boundary and out of the ground. Mohammed Afan, I tell you, that's a good effort. That is a good effort from him there.
For the moment, the job of these two batsmen are to feature in a partnership. Take this partnership to the 15th over. And then, who knows? Daniel Christians comes out, gives the taste of the medicine given to him. Who knows?
Well, it's exactly what we said about Zalmi's innings an hour or two ago. You know, they were struggling in the middle. They needed to have a partnership to get them to that sort of, as it were, magic point, 15 overs, 5 to go, and then see what happens. Well, I'll tell you what's happened there. That has gone a long, long way. Bouncing off the roof of the stadium. Finally, Mohammed Nabi connects with one right out of the meat of the bat.
Yeah, it's all about getting yourself in a good position to execute those strokes. Have a look. In a good position, clearing his front leg, swing of the bat, and a big 6. 89 meters to be precise.
That's sliced away on the offside. Nip and tuck, nip and tuck. Mohammed Imran down there. Again, that's a very fine effort. That nearly got away from him. They might just be checking this too.
It got into an awkward position. The ball came down to him very quickly, but he's done a fine job there at the second attempt to save a certain boundary as a youngster.
Brilliant effort from the youngster as far as I'm concerned. He got a bad bounce. When he was looking to dive, the ball bounced, and he did well to save some runs there.
Well, he chested it down. In the end, it was the old footballer's chest down. There he goes. But from here on, he still had work to do. So this desperate crawl to get to it, another added dive. Does it? They're just checking to see if it flicks that left hand on the way back, at which stage he might well have been in touch with the boundary. So very thorough checking by third umpire. Oh, it's up in the air, it's up in the air, the chance is out. Oh, he's dropped it! Ahmad Butts, the all-rounder, misjudged it, overrun it. Goes through the hands, onto the ground and rolls into the boundary for 4.
Yeah, he never looked comfortable running into that one. Overran that and had to then backpedal. To make matters worse, it's rolled into the fence for a boundary. Got into a very awkward position, going over the right shoulder, then having to move his hands to the left shoulder. It's all over the place there.
Yeah, he looked ethereal in the last over when he was batting. Now he's proved he's only human.
This is good hitting, this is great hitting. 10 yards over the boundary this time. Things are moving on. 83 for 3.
It's a massive shot here. It's in the slot. And Mohammad Nabi is giving it all. 21 coming off that last over from Ahmed Asif. Clears the front leg and he hits it a mile. He's raced to 30 here, Nabi, just of the 16 deliveries.
Well, that last over, 21. So that makes a big difference. But despite hitting like this for 1 over, check the asking rate. It's only come down to 11.78, so you know you need, as a chasing side here, you need a couple more overs like that, and you're back on track, maybe. Right. Mohammad Irfan back into it. 3 overs so far, 1 for 19. All you could say now is in his final over, he is there to try and get a wicket. Treated with respect from the first ball, just a dab down to third man for 1.
Shoaib Malik making the right calls. He's an astute captain. It's a smile. Smile donut time.
Pete Green smile donut.
Three big boundaries, a 6, followed by a drop chance, which then went on to hit the rope. Should have been taken, and he follows it up. What a reply that is. Paying for the drop catch. Peshawar Zalmi under the pump, but like you say, David, in spite of that massive over, the run rate still just a nudge under 12. Also mentioned Babar's strike rate during his innings. The other day, his innings obviously slightly circumspect, if I may say, but it was a Sharjeel show the other end. Hit 105 in that game, but Babar did play a good knock the following match, got 90 odd, just of the 60 deliveries, so he is able to amp it up when required. But with Nabi at the other end, still feel Karachi with a very good chance here.
Well, it is about blending the attributes of a team together. Not everyone can strike it at 150 all the time. Oh, does well there. Now that just needed to be 2-3 yards either side of that man, just on the edge of the circle at fine leg. And that was 4. As it is, it's 1. That tilts the balance for this over already. 1-0-1, 1.1 so far.
And that's why I said Shoaib Malik made the right call, asking Irfan to bowl 1 for his side. So far, he has done a good job.
Again, finds the man. That makes the difference too. There are days where the same shot will go 5-10 yards either side. Maybe not so easy off Irfan.
Yes, but he has heard you, David. He's not looking to pitch the ball right up to the batsman, just back of the length. Yeah, things brightening up for Karachi. The win percentage from single digits to 33. Not bad.
Oh, well. It'll go down as a misfield. Shafane Rutherford, the man down there, will go down as a misfield. It'll go in the book as 4. But he was coming in, trying to make that into a chance, trying to make that into a pure catching chance. In the end, it dropped 3 or 4 yards short of him. That made it awkward.
That's 2 now misfields off the boundary, both resulting in 4 runs, but trying to attempt the catch, getting himself to a whole spot of bother. Just don't feel it's best of lines here from Irfan, and I feel Karachi missed out the first 2 deliveries. Both Nabi and Babar getting opportunities to put those away as well.
Well, big shot aimed, big shot missed. Decent figures in the end then for Mohammad Irfan. 1 for 26 from his 4. It's 90 for 3. And it is that time, the Tapal T strategic timeout.
Karachi Kings 90 for the loss of 3. End of the strategic timeout. The Tapal T strategic timeout is over, and Karachi Kings run chase will begin now. Live streaming in Pakistan, HBL PSL Super League 6, B Sports, mjanoon.tv, Jazz Cricket, Jazz TV, Zong TV, Geo Super, Tapman, Crickwick, B Sports, Zalmi TV. A lot of options for you. Sprawling city of Karachi, and never too late for a cuppa. So 3 fours in every over from here till the end.
Yeah, well, just on that, isn't it? It's basically 2 runs a ball, and can the side, first time in this season, season 6, defend a total? Got a great opportunity here, Zalmi, now to try and get rid of Babar Azam.
So the big question, guys, is should Babar Azam continue batting like this and go right till the end, or just innovate and improvise a little bit?
I think you have to let him play. And I'm not sure he can change that dramatically. And of course, if you try and do something and it fails, and you end up with, what is he, 33 at the moment, and you end up with 40-50 at 122, you're still behind the game. If he stays in and others play round him, and one of those who can do that is Mohammad Nabi, then you keep up. I mean, just the last 2 or 3 overs, it's still been hovering around 12. It's gone back up again because of that last over, and that's what's so critical. You can't really afford to have more than 1 or 2 underscoring overs.
Here, but here's the turning point for me. I think cricket lovers of T20 have seen a lot of it, will know. Just had the strategic timeout. There's a great stat that a lot of wickets tend to fall post the break.
Another play and a miss, couple of dots to begin the brand new session after the strategic timeout. Now, I mean, we know the importance of a partnership in a run chase. We also know about a set batsman, the importance of a set batsman, but T20 also offers a ray of hope for the mega hitters.
Yeah, and that's why I think now is so crucial for Zalmi. Got to get rid of Bubba. Don't let him stay there and dictate and massage the rest of the innings.
And the slot over cover. He's a very, very intelligent operator. Nabi is playing a lovely hand here.
Well, simply speaking, he has to. The onus is on him to play the big shots at this stage. Does well to reach it, does well to get so much bat on it, clears extra cover easily. And that brings up the 50 partnership as well. It's 52 now from 34. And just to illustrate the point, that's not quick enough from now on in.
Well, that is smashed, but a well-appointed fielder picks up the ball. Denny, what is the best way to bowl to a guy who's clearing the front leg? I mean, you know that Nabi is going to go that way. Slow delivery, Yorker length, round the wicket?
Yeah, both. I think certainly that Yorker, when you get it right, and it's possibly tailing now, it's almost 13 overs old, and they clear that front there, and you want to hit it. See how he's got out there. He's timed that well, though, to be fair, Nabi. He's opened up. If you go slightly too early, allow the bowler to try and tail it in. And then, of course, you're brave enough to bowl a good changer.
Last ball is a wide ball. They go for an appeal. Given a wide.
And then those will be thinking, well, I'd leave Babar Azam in. But if he bats the rest of the innings, that's what I'm saying about massaging the innings. If he is allowed to stay there, don't worry about it. He will find ways to find gaps and hit boundaries. Not necessarily a big 6 hitter, Babar Azam, but he is so graceful and so good at manipulating the field. And with a slick outfield the way it is here, The big boys at the other end, they can hit it over the fence. Bubba can easily keep finding the fence through boundaries.
Oh, it's another dot. Very, very good over under pressure. Just 7 from it. 97 for 3.
Yeah, that last ball had a little extra in it and a bit of bounce. And it was the extra bounce that beat the shots. If you think back to the two earlier in the over, which went through to the keeper, they went through much lower. One went almost double bouncing through. There's the bounce, there's that extra bounce. And taken above waist height as opposed to on the bounce or low down.
In Rambo, just again to go on about your point there about worrying about bowling to these guys. Modern era now, 13 and over, yes, but it is so gettable, and we've seen it so often in franchise T20 around the globe, particularly on a really good surface that can come on, and one side of the pocket of the boundary is quite small. Let's not forget about that, and it's a slick outfield.
It is to come Christian Imad. Two very, very good options for Karachi Kings. Oh, perilously close to the stumps. The frustration is building, the pressure is building, and you can easily lose your control, bit of clarity in a tough situation where boundaries are needed. Seam up ball, angle into the stumps. It's a good line to bowl to Nabi because he likes to clear the front leg, so just tuck him up there, close him out.
Yeah, absolutely. But still, that length, I think Nabi will feel aggrieved he's missed out there. It was that length there where he should have actually got something on it with all that real estate to his left out on the leg side.
Makes room once again. Oh, that's gone through. 100 comes up for Karachi Kings. Irfan there with his full 7-foot frame, couldn't control it.
It was always going to be too much of an ask, I'm afraid. It's a long way down from there.
Yeah, it is a long way at 7'2". And I heard you on with Alan Wilkins earlier, Mr. Gower. You get on in age, and it's not so easy.
Slow ball, expose the stumps. That's a wonderful shot. Great placement.
I can't blame the bowler for trying this. Good change of pace, but he just got it slightly wrong. See it come out of the hand, yeah. Can't blame him for trying to execute this. But credit to Nabi. Waited, and placed it. Back-to-back four was needed.
Yeah, almost too slow. I mean, it's a clever ball, yes, to bowl. It's a tricky ball to bowl. Almost too slow because he had just enough time to readjust, time it, place it.
A lot of clean hitting going on. That's aerial, that's gone the distance. 50 comes up for Nabi with a classical 6. The chase is on.
Well, he's got this out of the fat for sure. Mohammad Nabi, back-to-back half centuries. Thing is now, can he continue? Can he kick on and make it really count and help his side over the line here? Because the asking rate is still a dozen and over. But my word, that is sweet.
Actually, I'll tell you what, he did really well to get his hands through that shot because the ball followed him and he almost ran out of space to get the arms through.
It's a great 50. 54 off 28. Strike rate of almost double ton. Required rate still over 12. This shows you what needs to be done. Oh, that's a good idea. Better ball. Didn't go short this time. It was full and around that off-stump line.
Yeah, Nubby just went a little bit too much leg side. The idea was right, but he just gave himself a little bit too much room here.
Well, it's fine margins again, both the batsman and bowler. Nabi goes just too far, can't get bat on it, and it is how far away from that off stump?
There's a zinger ball, that. Triple 1 for 3. 4-4-6 dot. Worked into the gap for 4. This is brilliant from Nabi. Turning it on, big over for Nabi and his side. 115 for 3.
Well, I tell you what, at face value, that's nearly a very good ball, which makes it a very good shot in response. This time he holds his ground, Mohammad Nabi, holds his ground, flicks it away. We're back to fine margins.
Win-loss prediction. I'm pretty bad at reading this graph, but I'll try. So Karachi in the last 4 overs have sprung back to life.
Well, there's the jaws of a monster here, might be closing. Could be a monster finish.
Iron Man is in. No timing from Babar. The problem with Zalmi's attack is that they do not have a spin option, a regular spin option. But it's been Nabi's knock that has given them a lot of hope. Some lovely crisp shots. Bit of improvisation thrown in as well. Bar hitting base, and then he goes through the shot through the offside, through the leg side. This was that big 6 to give him his 50.
Yeah, just mentioned that spinning option, Rambo. It was Shoaib Malik. He's in the twilight now, certainly, but remember him bowling sometimes to death. He used to get some very good full Yorkers in, didn't he? Bowling in white ball cricket at the end. He doesn't tend to do that anymore, isn't it? I understand he's getting on, but he doesn't seem to bowl that much anymore.
Yeah, he's a reluctant off-spinner these days, but I think if he is to be employed, it's time right now for him to come and bowl an over, because you can still buy a wicket at this stage. 12 and over, couple of flighted balls, who knows?
Well, if he's bowling, it has to be the other end.
Yeah, with Nabi on strike too. But yeah, worth the crack, I reckon.
Big 6. Lovely striking this time from Babar Azam. Picked the length early. That leaves a few nerves as well. He's looking for that big shot. He's got one.
Well, if Babar Azam chips in with a few more of these, and Mohammad Nabi keeps going as he is, monster finish.
The other great thing about this is that where are we playing? We're at Karachi. Who's batting? There you go. The vibe from the crowd here lifting the 2 men in the middle for sure.
Wahab not playing today. Injured. At this stage, Peshawar were 108 for the loss of 4. J-Dot, super over. Could we have won a bit later? A super over to decide this, but it's been a magnificent run chase. brave run chase. Nabi playing beautifully on 59, and Babar Azam now 40 of 30. Into the gap for a couple of runs. Once you get the rhythm, then there is no stopping you, and I think this is what Babar Azam is hoping for. 2-3 good balls smack in the middle of the bat, couple of fours and a 6 to go with it, and then back in it. Fielder push back at cover, so an easy single.
I just wanted, he should have maybe put that one away there, Bubba. It was a low full toss and he just punched it to cover. Oh yeah, only millimetres in it. If it had tailed slightly, poles everywhere. Bit of luck for Mohammad Nabi though.
4 millimetres and not out could have become out. Partnership glowing, 83 or 48. Oh, unlucky. Went straight to the fielder. They're 1-2-6 for 3. .63 in 5 overs. Karachi Kings are well set, well placed. 126 for the loss of 3. HBL win prediction. Karachi Kings still not favourites yet. Zalmi slightly ahead.
I never quite understand how when the game is as tight as this, possibility of the tie and therefore the super over seems for some reason, some miraculous reason, to disappear.
Right. Well, we talked about this game being of inches, millimeters. Well, catching has been below par clearly. This should have been taken. It was a skyer, not only a drop chance but a 4. Ahmad Butt was the culprit. He's back in to bowl his 4th over, none for 31. Oh, that was pretty needless. That really was needless.
Rutherford, impetuous youth, a little pumped. Not needed. I was always going to sneak in anyway if he did that.
Well, the batsman anticipated that, had his eye on him, and the man way out on the boundary at long on didn't. Free run.
Oh, that's gone for 4 byes. A toughie for the keeper. Ahmad Butt not entirely there. A little rushed he appears to be in a crunch situation like this, and good of Shoaib Malik to just go up to him to calm his nerves.
Oh, coming up, Miles should have done a little bit better than that too. Yeah, just pushing off that left leg maybe a little better. Certainly should have got a bit more glove on it and stopped it going to the fence. But this is pressure on in these death overs starting. 16th over. And They've got to stop this flow. They've got to stop this partnership to Zalmi.
It's about consistency. You've got to knit 2 or 3 dots there to get some relief. More of the same, please, if you're a Zalmi fan. Different kind of a slow ball. Bowls almost a wrong one.
If nothing, can we have that slow ball again, please?
Big shot.
Sorry,
that's gone the distance. 50 comes up for Babar. Earlier it was Nabi with a 6 to reach that milestone. It's Babar Azam with a glorious 6 on 51.
Babar baby, cutting loose here. Try to hit the other one a little too hard, the slower ball from Ahmed Butt. But this one disappears. Oh, yes.
17th 50 for Babar Azam in HBL PSL. Most by anyone. Good thing about him, whether it's T20 or 50 overs cricket, even Test cricket, he doesn't throw it away. If he gets off to a start, then you know that he'll try his mightiest to make it happen and win the contest.
Well, he's got time just to draw breath here as the umpires are looking at the balls. Don't know where that one ended up. So time to draw breath, have a little drink, get some air into those gloves.
Lot to like about his batting, his driving, straight driving, and then this flick pull. Typical Babar Azam shot. This was lovely as well. Started off by playing just regular conventional shots. Grew into the act. Couple of 6s. A lot of powerful drives. He's on a 50 of just 35. His scoring rate has improved. 17 50 plus in 50 innings. A model of consistency.
Such a class act. It wasn't that long ago it was all about white ball for Bubba, and then he's blossomed into his test match mode and become the complete batter in all forms of the game.
That little pause allowed Zalmi to get together in a huddle. Got to reboot, reject stuff there. Got to feel well. 27 balls left to win or lose this.
Well, I don't know what happened to that last ball. Can't tell from this range, but there's been 3-4 minutes of discussion and appraisal by the umpires and 3 or 4 of the Zalmi players and bowlers. Yeah, Danny, what sort of ball, if you've got to change the ball at this stage, what sort of ball are you hoping for as a defending bowling side?
Yeah, exactly. They want the slower, older ball because it'll be softer and not come off as much. And when you're bowling your change-ups, your variety, it's so much better to have an older ball.
Covers the stumps, goes leg side into the gap. Lovely placement. He's picked up his rhythm. The charge is on from both ends now.
Sure is. Doesn't matter what the ball is like. You don't quite get your length and your lines against this guy. Tries that slower ball again. He's brave as Ahmed Butt. But yeah, look, it's into that slot. Yeah, it's in the slot length to play that for Babar Azam. Wide open spaces out there.
100 partnership of 54 balls. I'm sure he'll go again. Required weight has come down to 10.62. Covers the stumps, goes big on the leg side. Will this be taken? Catch, chance, and gone. Imamul Haq there. Could have been a great catch. He's the sub.
Substitute. He's come second here. There's Imamul Haq. Got airborne and pounded over the bar.
Watch the first few steps if you can. As he came in and had to go back. They are terribly hard to judge, but he had to go back, and by the time you go back, you cannot control your balance. It would have still been a miraculous catch had he stayed where he was, because that ball just seemed to carry on. Must have been a bit of rarefied atmosphere for some reason, just out of deep mid-wicket. Just seemed to keep going.
New ball, DG.
Aerodynamic ball.
In the meantime, Ahmad Butt has gone for 54. None for 54 in 3.5. He will tee off again. Babar Azam on 61. Easy shot for him to execute. That's going to be a 4. Valiant effort. He stopped the ball. That's good fielding. A mood lifter. Saqib with a desperate effort. 150 comes up for Kings. 3 down for 151.
Well, Ahmad Butt got some of his own medicine back. He pumped Dan Christian for 32 and 1 over, but he has now disappeared for the most expensive spell ever by a Peshawar Zalmi bowler. Gone for 56 and he's 4. Did Ahmad Butt. Confirmation there, 4 overs, 8 dots, and he still went for 56. So big challenge now for the rest of them, because they're in a groove. The asking rate's dropped down to 9.5s.
And for a long time, that asking rate was well over 12, heading towards 13, 14. So now the Kings, with this partnership, it's been a superb partnership. They've brought that down to such a manageable task. 38 from 24.
Saqib, he's got 2 up his sleeve. Will he be needed? Oh, not there if you bowl there, buddy. Absolutely bossed. Big.
The skipper for the Karachi Kings loving that, as is the Karachi crowd. Hit towards that park where they're packed in there. Full toss. Did try the Yorker, but it missed by a big margin. And Mohammad Nabi has hit that really big.
That is an astounding hit. It's 142 kilometers an hour being delivered by Saqib. And that's his 4th 6, his 4th HBL 6. And they're going to have to find another white ball.
Sure are. You look at the state of this match, where that partnership between Bopara and Rutherford of 82, and they're being trumped here by Nabi and Baba. We've put on 114 from 57, Oosh.
Danny, the best part about this partnership is this. Babar Azam has stepped up his scoring rate, has got 30 now of the last 10 deliveries he's faced. Because you can't always leave it to the man on the other end.
Yeah, that's the pressure. That's what happens when you get pumped. You start to try wide Yorkers, and if you miss it, well, it goes ugly.
But Arouj, what has happened here is Mohammad Nabi has come in, and he's got such a cool head for the scenario. Add his calmness to his destructive abilities, and you got the perfect cocktail there, haven't you? And Mohammad Nabi has done this time after time again for Afghanistan, for virtually all the franchises he represents.
He's got 31 now to get from 23.
Oh, there's that bottom hand and that punch. Oh, he is so hard to stop when he is in this groove. Babar Azam, he knew he had to come back because he simply wants to keep Mohammad Nabi on strike, who's 67 from 34, folks. Going like a steam train.
Well, we've all been speaking about this, and it almost looked like the team batting first might just be in with a chance, but Mohammad Nabi has turned this game on its absolute head, batting at a strike rate of 197. And Karachi now just required 29 of 22 deliveries.
Cruising, absolutely cruising, unless the Zalmi can get both these gentlemen out. Simple as that. They've got to knock over Nabi and Baba.
Let's not forget that Karachi Kings conceded 32 off their last over. That's another wide. Dan Christian was the unfortunate bowler who conceded the 32, which is a record, an unwanted record in the HBL PSL. They went from 156 to 188 in that 20th over. So Karachi have had to do it the hard way, and they're on course here. I think, is that a grimace or a smile? It's something. It's a combination of the both, Wasim.
Well, obviously there's very tense feelings in both dugouts, but let's not forget they dropped him on 20, that man on screen, and he's making them pay.
He certainly is. You do not give any of these star quality players a second opportunity. Has he got enough of it? No, he's clothed it and gone. Kola Cadmore with a gift. And is this the turning point? Is this the turnaround here at the death? Nabi's got to go. Can they get Bubba now?
It's the last thing that the Kings wanted. That Kola Cadmore, with his 5th catch in this edition of the HBL PSL, and a little change of grip, and the way he delivered it, it's a little slower, and Jubilee safe hands belong to the Englishman, Tom Kola Cadmore. What a wonderful innings from Mohammad Nabi. 67 and 35, 161 for 4.
Bubba's on strike, Dan Christian's at the non-strikers. And it is not great bowling into those legs of Babar Azam. Far too easy to get picked off there.
Not the line to bowl after picking up a wicket. They have to tighten the screws here to Peshawar Zalmi. String in line. The class of Babar Azam will not miss out on those. 24 now, just of the 20 deliveries. With the last wicket that Saqib Mahmood picked up, he becomes the first bowler in the PSL to take 2 wickets on 6 consecutive occasions now. And he's not done.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's consistency for you. There's a dot ball, they're gold. So we've got 1 to go in the 17th. Can it be a wicket? Can it be another one? Allen.
slower ball, and he picks out the one man who's not dropped a catch in this edition of the HBL PSL. Kohler Cadmore, it's as simple, that's catching practice. Who is he, Danny?
Tommy Casey. Well, that's some great names of late.
Great hand, 67.
And Babar Azam is going to hold on to the strike. So 15 of the 17th, it's 166 for 4.
.188 for 5, Peshawar Zalmi. They scored 32 in the 20th over. That was bowled by Dan Christian. His figures took a rather ugly pounding. He went for that 32.
Mohammad Imran. So Baba's going to squeeze one hand off the hip. Think about two. Too easy. Cruising here, Karachi. They must get rid of Babar Azam now, who's into the 70s.
Dan Christian now in with him. He owes them a few runs. He was on the receiving end of Ahmad Butt's bat earlier in the day when he got dispatched for 32. But Ahmad also responsible for dropping Nabi earlier on. What a fine knock, but it's not done yet. It's not done yet. 21 is still what they need.
Need a wicket. Need the wicket of Babar Azam right now. Didn't get all of it. And I don't mind that. You've got Dan Christian now to face up, who disappeared in his final over. Dan Christian went for 32. A record. He owes Karachi a few blows.
Yeah, Danny, you have a look who's got to bowl. Umaid Asif has gone for 36 in 3 overs. He's got one left. Saqib has bowled 3 overs, 2 for 28. Irfan's out, he's finished, and this is Imran finishing his 4.
Yeah, running out. Saqib just finishes out for me. Doesn't it underline, if you get someone like a Rashid Khan, get like a Rashid Khan wrist spinner, someone like that, there's a little bit of pace off and can get purchase from the pitch. A good pitch too. It's where they miss a trick here a little bit. They love a spinner, someone that's got a little bit of variety, which they've left out Majid, of course, but he's not like a wrist spinner. He's that tricky finger spin and it floats a bit at you, but you've got a wrist spinner, big difference in T20. Oh, well played, beautifully played. DC straight away gets 4.
Well, he doesn't need motivation. His motivation, Dan Christian, is the 32 he conceded for his team, and he is hell-bent on getting those runs back and getting Karachi over the line, because he probably felt like the most unwanted man in that dugout when he walked off.
It's got the wry smile as well. Completely agree with you, Alan. Absolutely no motivation required. Just that bowling last over is more than enough. 16 now required.
No need to get run out at the stage. Yeah, he would have. You're right, Wilco. He felt awful as one of the senior pros, particularly in this format where he's done so well. Won 9 titles, Dan Christian. And to disappear for 32 in that final over just allowed the Zalmi to feel and believe they'd got something on the board to be competitive in trying to halt the Kings. But certainly Nabi and Baba, extraordinary.
What a noise inside the stadium, and it's not nearly half full, but it's great cheering the home team on here. 16 from 14 required.
Big bottom hand, and there's another dot. Suddenly, 1 to go. You just never know. 16 from 13.
This is a good over. This is a very good over. Apart from that one that squeezed past third man. 2-1-4, 2 dots.
Gold at this stage, those dot deliveries, and he'd love it for Peshawar Zalmi if he can manage to squeeze just one more there, Alan. One more dot delivery.
Oh, no, Rouge. Gee, I want a pole out.
Well, you want to hear another bosh, don't you there, Danny?
No, I want a stump flying. I want to see Christian get knocked over here. Add to the drama. Oh, not far away, I tell you what. What a brave delivery to be bowled with the last one. Only 7 off with 3 dots on the trot. It's 173 for 4 here.
Ravi Bopara compiled a very classy 58 not out. Shafeen Rutherford with 46. Ahmad Butt came in at the end and smashed 27 not out. He took it all out on Dan Christian, but Ahmad Butt was the man who dropped Mohammad Nabi on 20 out at deep mid wicket. When he was on 20, he went on to make 67. So 16 runs required in 12. The odds are still very much with Karachi.
Saki. Oh, laced clean. Signature Babar Azam through extra.
Absolute class here from Babar Azam. Calm, composed and poised. Length delivery at this stage and put away.
Well, that was always the concern mentioned a little while ago. If they allowed Babar Azam to orchestrate this innings, to massage it through, he'd do this to you. Manipulate you beautifully.
It's just got that mental architecture, which is so well designed, and he just uses it so well. By stealth. Classy is the word. He's 76 from 45, and that strike rate, which was languishing just about 110, 109, is now up to 168.
And also, as I said before, Wilco, they believe, the modern player believes they can get 13, 14, 15s and over if the pitch is good, and it's a good one, it's a ripper, and the boundary on one side's tiny, and the outfield's slick. So you've got all of that in your favour as a batting side. And you've got someone like Mohammad Nabi striking like he did, and Bubba with all his class, and you get someone like Christian to come in and finish things off. It is Dan Christian. Just a little flick, a little miss hit. Look at that. Things running your way for the batting side here.
Well, this is a Peshawar Zalmi side without their regular captain, Wahab Riaz. 4 for 17 in the last match. He's not playing tonight because of an injury, and they're missing him dearly. They are missing him. Hashim Amla, Darren Sammy and co. They know that this game has slipped away from their grasp with the class of Babar Azam.
9 from 9 here. That's inside the line. Yeah, just opened up a little too early here, Dan Christian. Cleared that front leg and couldn't reach this one.
Very nice floater there, beautifully bowled. They need a few more of those. Bowling with a fine leg and third man inside the ring. Got deep point at the boundary, deep cover. And the 3 men on the leg side as well, square leg, mid wicket and long on.
A gorgeous little floating delivery, that previous one. Up, it's gone all the way here from Dan Christian. Great striking this from the Australian. Oh, 13 off, 1 to go here. Only 3 required now.
The hometown captain already fist pumping in the dugout. Was a J. fast delivery, but was dispatched even faster. It's a great hit, clears his front leg. And all TKC can do there is watch the ball sail over his head.
Well, it has to be said too, some good slower balls, but some slot balls on offer here. Not quite, just inside, finishes the 19th. It's 186 for 4. Mr. Club Med's back. With the hair and the band, it's all there for Med to bowl the final one. Only 3 required though, so that's the tough gig. Amazing if there's a twist in this final one. Can they knock over Peshawar Zalmi with this delivery? Oh, little dot to start. No need to panic, of course, but interesting if there's another couple of dots back to back here.
Pressure so much on Umed Asif, has already gone for 36 from his 3 overs, so he's been expensive. He's gone at 12. Shoaib Malik, the standing captain for the Zalmi.
Go up, and a lot of space out there on the big side of the ground. Only 1. There is Dan Christian, who's the Australian all-rounder, who probably feels he owes a bit after disappearing for 32 in the final over. Here we are in the final over of the Kings innings. And it's all smiles because there's no pressure on the skipper. Game off. Niggly little back injury. Couldn't play today. 2 required now. Where could this be going? Hustle for 2. Get it easy. Listen to the crowd. Went for 4 anyway. But fist pumps and handshakes all round. For the Kings, 191 for 4. They win by 6 wickets to the Karachi Kings.
The most